Everybody, welcome back to another live stream. How we all doing today? Let's see. We've got another interesting day in the market, huh? We got the SPY down 0.84% in the pre-market. That's a decent drop. Pre-market drop of 0.84%. It's down 3.86. The market's probably going to be a little bit volatile today. We've got AMC down 1.3. We've got GME only down 0.21, about 42 cents. And then we have Prague down a little bit as well. We got a lot of interesting stuff to talk about, especially before the market opens with all of this random short interest stuff. Especially with GameStop short interest being listed on a couple of sites at over 100%, which it's very, very possible that it is right now for GameStop, AMC, and a lot of these other stocks too that have been shorted forever. And we also know pretty much exactly what they're doing with derivatives to mess around with them. And if you guys watched the video yesterday, there's that little difference between where the option chain is going to go. And we'll do a little bit more of an explanation of that before the market opens. But how's everybody feeling this morning? We doing all right? We feeling okay, everybody? We're waiting on you, big dog. LFG, what's up, Timmy? Trey's mustache, what's going on? Aria, what's up? Matt's synthetic girlfriend, what's going on? All right, so I think a couple of people were a little bit confused on the actual strategy that some of these institutions are using to hide short interest. So let's go through an example of what happens and why they do it this way. So when we go to this January 2022 expiration date, good morning, Aria. Let's see. Still holding a bag on BBIG. What's the short interest if you get a chance? Yeah, Timmy, we can go over that when we get to Ortex. Just remind me. So when you're looking at these deep in the money calls, we know essentially what they're doing is they'll sell deep in the money calls and buy the synthetic longs that the market makers are legally allowed to create. Now, it meets their broker's closeout requirement. So it looks like they've covered their shorts when they actually have it. But why do they use these strikes? And why is it important that after January 2022, so February, it goes to 20, March 20, June 20, then July, it comes back to 3. Then we'll get more strikes. But up until then, that's all we have right now. But why is this important? So the key thing to focus in on is the volume here. No volume, especially on these 7, 8, and 9s, where we see a decent amount of open interest. We see 19 of volume on the 10, but when we see 0 volume on these strikes, what they can do is they can guarantee the counterparty of the transaction. Because if there's no volume, you're talking to the market maker. They're like, yeah, we want to do one of these trades. And they're like, okay, cool. They're like, we want to sell the $7 strike. They're like, okay, cool. We'll sell it. We'll buy it from you. So if there's no volume on the chain and an order pops up, let's say there's a really wide bid ask spread. So they will come in at a predetermined price right in the middle, and the order will just get filled right away. And you can guarantee that the market maker and the whoever hedge fund or institution, those are the two participants. Now, when it jumps to 20, well, there's going to be institutions that could just be messing around with these in the money calls, or even retail if they really wanted to. So when there's more volume on this, you can't guarantee the counterparty to the transaction, meaning that there's more risk. So if let's say let's say you wanted to sell 1,000 contracts. Well, let's say there's a lot of volume on this option chain today. You could sell 50 to me. You could sell 50 to Aria. You could sell 50 to, and it's just all over the place. So you don't necessarily know what the risk is going to be. So there's that level of uncertainty where they may not be able to control hiding the short interest, and they're going to have to roll out these trades anyway. The other thing that's important is that the whole buy right strategy, it's buy and write. So when you write the call, you're shorting the call, you're selling to open that call. That's selling the deep in the money call, but then you have to buy. Well, when you think about what happened in the GameStop report, if that's true with what the SEC released, that there was no delta hedging from the market makers, there was no gamma squeeze, well, then that would mean that they aren't buying the longs. They aren't buying those shares. So Remember in June, we saw a big run up start to happen. Now, that could have been the result of them actually completing the buy part of that trade in order to kick the can down the road with the short interest. It's very possible. Because then we see utilization start to mess around, short interest start to mess around. And that's kind of why we've been looking at January. So that was kind of the next development on what we're looking at. And that could be why we see 100. What is it right now? Oops. What did I click? Oh, I clicked this. That could be why we're seeing so many of those contracts in the money right now. Because it's just them trying to kick the can down the road with short interest. STV, in regards to the VW short squeeze, do I just have to buy 80% of the shares like Porsche did? Fine, let me get my $3.8 billion ready to buy 80% of those AMC shares purchased. Hey, Eric, if you got $3.8 billion hanging around, I wouldn't mind if you threw that all in the market on one day. That'd be great. I'd love that. But I don't know. Let's see what happens. Good morning, everybody. Yeah, also, if you guys don't mind, just dropping some likes on the stream. It just helps to get some more people in here, helps us out with the YouTube algorithm. So thank you guys to you guys who have already done that and who are going to. It really helps out a lot. Good morning, everybody. All right, so market's going to be a little bit volatile today. Is there any news on what's going on? 2 Israeli doctors infected with the new variant. Japan confirms first case of the variant. China says no Omicron cases reported in China so far. Dutch authorities said Omicron variant was detected in the Netherlands on November 19th before the South Africa flights. Interesting. Okay, so Moderna CEO said in Financial Times interview, vaccines are likely less effective against Omicron, said mutations mean existing vaccines likely need modifying. Okay, that's probably what's going on with the market. If I had to guess, this is just another overreaction in the pre-market. We'll see a little bit of volatility as the market opens, and then we'll continue back to the upside. Because here's the thing. They're talking about this variant as if it's like the news is talking about it like it's some sort of like another like really bad disease, but then you've seen it come out a couple of times that like these doctors are like, yeah, it's very, very mild. Like we don't know why everybody's freaking out about this. So this is going to be like, this is the issue right now. We're going to have a little bit of volatility because probably over the next week or so, we'll probably see this start to slow down. These little fears, unless it starts to pick up. A lot of countries are going to issue travel restrictions, and then that's not going to be a great sign. But if it does end up settling down, well, then we have the news that is just going to pump debt ceiling fear mongering for like a week and a half, and then we're going to see the market start to freak out again. So just be prepared for volatile price moves in anything that you're holding. Scare tactics again? Yeah, exactly. SV, do you think the market would allow a $3.8 billion loan to me? Thoughts? Hey, if you have enough collateral, like qualifying collateral, who knows? All right. I think Timmy wanted some Ortex updates on BBIG, but let's take a look at AMC's first. So AMC's Ortex right now is showing utilization at 74.15. Estimated short interest, 16.29. Again, these are just going to be the bare baseline minimum estimates. We know that they can mess around with the numbers that are getting reported to S&P Global that are then getting reported to Ortex. But still, a bare baseline minimum short interest of 16.29, very high. And then the other thing is this days to cover metric. As the days to cover increases, that's going to put a lot of like pressure on these shorts because even if they wanted to close their position right now, they know that since the volume is so low, the buying volume that they would pump into the stock would just shoot it up. So they're stuck. So they have a very weird dilemma right now. But let's take a look at BBIG real quick. And I feel like a lot of people are still in this. This is estimated short interest 21.78, utilization 99.85. Interesting. The minimum cost to borrow is only 0.46%. The average 17.31. Cost to borrow max 33.37. That's weird to see with utilization being so high. What's the days to cover? Yeah, days to cover 0.66, not all that high. The exchange reported short interest the last time it came out, 23.16%. That is pretty high. And then remember, yesterday we were talking about how on FinViz and a couple of other sources, that what do you call it? The short interest on GameStop was over 100%. But when we pull up Finviz today, what is it saying here? Uh-oh, back down to 10.81. So what happened there? That's kind of weird. Um, See, I hate to just call it a glitch because the short interest is probably that like it's most likely gonna end up being that high because one, the SEC and the DTCC have both come out in the last year and said, "Oh yeah, there really wasn't any cover. Like there wasn't a lot of covering. There was no delta hedging. There was so they did something with their positions to make it look like the short interest is no longer that high. And then it pops up, oh okay, it's 100% plus, and it's like probably is, but like Finviz is not going to be the data source because when we look at AMC's short interest on Finviz, I looked at this. So the GameStop short float changed from yesterday. AMC's didn't. It's sitting. They have AMC listed at 8.69. So these numbers are not entirely accurate. That's why we need better short interest reporting so we can actually see the amount of short interest that is out there. FINRA 2119, very, very, very good way to do this. Let's see. Trey's mustache. Thank you so much for the super. I really appreciate it, man. What are your thoughts on SNDL? Appreciate you. Okay, so let's take a look at SNDL real quick on Ortex. I'm pretty sure they have a decent look on Ortex, I believe. It's all right. Utilization 98.14. Cost to borrow, it's decent. Estimated short interest 13.94. The last time the days to cover was reported, it's taken a pretty steady decrease. Cost to borrow not bad. Let's check the chart though. Sundial. All right. So it's hanging around at the lows. They have a very, very weird business model. I'll say this every single time. We're gonna talk about Sundial. Remember, they're in Canada. So when US regulation comes out, they may not get affected as much as the US companies in terms of price movements because it's more gonna be based off of like Canadian regulation. Also, see, SPY is making a move up right now. So it's currently at 461.73, 461.92. Doing all right, people. Let's see if it makes a move back. AMC now down 1.3. GameStop flat on the day. But SNDL, what they do is they do a lot of like M&A, mergers and acquisitions. So they just like they're like purchasing other companies versus working on their own product from what I've seen. But again, like when AMC, GameStop, a lot of these other stocks start to really rip, they start to go too. So it easily could have a nice bump, but I wouldn't play it solely based on that. I think there might be some other better plays in that industry, but if you're in it at these lows, then I think there is still some upside in it. I don't think they're going anywhere. SV, isn't it sus that in every glitch, the glitch value always favors retail? Yeah, it is a little bit weird, and I don't really see these glitches with anything else. That's the weird thing. It's like, do you see any other stocks having these glitches? I mean, I don't, but we're also not looking at those stocks every single day to find the glitches. So it could be one of those like biases where we're just looking all the time. So we'll find it. You have 56,000 shares at 128. Oh, man. Oh, man. What's it at now? Like 60 cents? I think that's what it was saying. Yeah. Yeah, that's gonna be a tough one. I mean, you could try to get some of your cost basis back. Like you could try to lower your cost basis by selling some covered calls. But the problem is that you're probably gonna have to sell them below your cost basis. So if it rips and you get exercised, then you're basically just gonna be booking the loss. Jeez. Yeah, just strange that AMC and GME always glitch, yet nothing ever does. Yeah, very weird. Let's see. SCV, what if I offer you up as collateral? Using you as intellectual property? Yeah, Eric, I don't think they're gonna accept me as collateral for $3.8 billion or whatever it was. Good morning, everybody. How are we doing? Yeah, covered calls could be decent. I mean, we can look at it right now. What was it? 120, 128. So you would want to sell something above it. What is going on here? Why is it nothing? These calls are these calls are literally the cheapest thing I've ever seen. And the weird thing is that's not like a so when you see bid ask spreads be close to 0, usually it's because there's nothing there. Like nobody wants it, but there's a bid at 1. That's it. There's an ask at 2, but it's also a 50% spread. So that's a weird one. Go to April 20. Yeah, you could. What do you make of AMC showing 8% short interest? It's not like when we look at the exchange reported, it's 17. Like we don't know. Like this is the issue. This is the main issue with our market. That I mean, I do think Gary is gonna. Ooh, hold on. You just get a days to cover bump. 1.69. Uh oh. Uh oh. Uh oh. Shorts. But yeah, it's not. That's just what Finviz is saying. So when you look at what AMC's is saying, and you look at the AMC Ortex versus Finviz AMC and GME, it's wildly different. Hi, can you address why quarterly futures option rolls cause the price of AMC to go up, and are they delaying the roll? Okay, Rose, very, very good question. The last time that we saw this, it was right around the time, I think it was September, and we thought we were gonna see a move up, and we really didn't. But here's the thing: there's a couple of different factors, and we're not gonna know exactly what is driving the price. Remember, when we were going into that September options expiration date, I believe it was the 3rd week of September. So when we take a look at AMC on a 3-month chart, we had a lot of open interest. I think it was this. Yeah, it was this move. Hold on. No, it was this move right here. So end of August, this was the one day that really started it off. We just went absolutely nuts, came down a little bit, and then started our move all the way into the 50s. When was this? Right before the options expiration. Now, they also had that futures rollover date as well. So it was both of them. So both of them were kind of messing with AMC's price. Are they delaying it? Well, I don't know if they can because they're gonna expire. Like the futures will expire. And if they're trading swap, if they're doing any of these weird OTC derivative transactions, they're going to have to like close out that position and roll it somewhere else. And usually, remember when we go back to that buy right trade, there's always going to be a buying, or there should always be a buying transaction that takes place in order to either hedge or make it look like they have the amount of shares when in reality they don't. I think we've gone over a couple of other strategies too on what these institutions can do if they're short. This is a weird one. Let's say you're short. Let me see if I remember how exactly this goes. Let's say you're short 500,000 shares at 50. Then the price goes down to, let's say, 35. Then in a separate account, and let's say the cost to borrow is high. This is why you would do this. The cost to borrow jumps, but you've been able to lock in your rate. Let's say you lock in your cost to borrow at 1 when you initially shorted it at 50, and then it drops to 35, but now the cost to borrow is like, I don't know, 15. So what you would then do is you would buy, let's say you buy 100,000 shares in a separate account. So technically you're only net short 400,000 shares now. Now, the stock price goes up, let's say to 45. So then you make $10 a share on those 100,000 shares, but the cost to borrow is still high, but you don't want to loan out shares again. So then what you do is you literally just sell your long shares and you're technically reinitiating your short position at that low cost to borrow. So when you see these large institutions that we think are short on AMC with a big share position too and puts and calls, that could be what they're doing because it's not happening now because the cost to borrow is low, but back in June when or previous to June when the cost to borrow was coming up and all these institutions had like long positions, but they were also the institutions that we all suspected of being short, that could have been what they're doing. And then we start to see Citadel start to sell off their AMC. So that could have been what they were doing. But again, it's just a theory because we don't know what they're short. We have no idea. And when you see things that people like put out a list, this gets me every time, where people say, "Oh, they're short." Like this is the list of short companies on AMC. No, 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 no. That's just the put interest, like the value of the shares that the put contracts that they're holding are controlling, if that makes sense. So let's just say you own one put contract, it controls 100 shares, but the stock is trading at 35. Then your put position would be worth $3,500. But the market beat and all these other sources would say that you are short $3,500. It's not true because you are just buying puts. Let's see. Yesterday, when AMC should have exploded up, I guess stock again fraudulently manipulated down. Apes need to hammer against their heart. Goldman Sachs managing partner is a chair of the SEC. I disagree. I think Gary Gensler is doing everything that he can. Here's the other thing that I want to talk about. Adam Aron is playing 3D chess right now, like super 3D chess. Remember when like a week ago, everybody was going crazy about this security token. In my mind, when I looked into it, when Overstock did this, what they did was they just did it. They just issued it because Patrick Byrne is a crazy man. He's a wild boy. So Overstock since then has been dealing with lawsuit. AMC does not want to have to deal with that at all. Now, the reason why Overstock was dealing with those types of lawsuits was because they had an issue trying to prove if that token was a part of their business model and not just to push out the shorts. So it has to have a purpose. So Gary Gensler hasn't done a single thing though. It's been a year. Any type of naked shorting lawsuit that's happened this year that we've become aware of, all of those actions were committed between 2016 and 2018, and now it's 2021. So it takes a long time. I would rather the SEC take their time, and the SEC is not going to be what sets this off, guys. That's the other thing. And then we're going to get back to Adam Aron playing 3D chess because I think this Gary Gensler thing we need to keep talking about this because when you think about the legal system, it takes a lot of time and you get one shot. You get one shot at a lot of things in this market, especially with what AMC is doing, with what we're doing. You get one shot. So would I rather Gary Gensler take the amount of time that he needs to look into this situation to figure out exactly what's going on? Yeah. But he can't do it right away. He can't just like come out like this is going to take so much time. And it's probably going to be an after squeeze situation. And think about it. All of these new SEC filings, the DTCC filings, the FINRA filings, those have come out like we've had a lot of those. Now, they may not be making a difference in the short term, but it's taking steps in the right direction to make our market more free and more fair. All right. SPY is ripping right now in the pre-market. It's still down 0.5, but it was down about 0.8 at one point. So it's starting to make a move back up. Now, going back to Adam Aron playing 3D chess and comparing what he was doing with Overstock. Gary Gensler made millions at Goldman. We do not agree. Okay. Just because I'm okay. Fair, very fair. But you can't. How are you going to hire somebody that doesn't have experience in the financial industry to be the head of the SEC? You can't just hire like Joe Blow on the street to be the chairman of the SEC. You need somebody with experience in the industry. So, I mean, you can not like Gary, you can like Gary, but at the end of the day, he's not going to cause the squeeze. He's not going to. That's against everything that the SEC is for. They're not going to come out and be like regulation, cover your like they can't do that. Here's the thing. The only thing that they actually could do is that if the overall market tanked as much as it did in 2008 and they halt shorting, and then Goldman and all these other institutions have to recall all those shares like they did in 2008 and screw all of the people with open short positions. That's what they could do. That's really it. All right. Legal cases can take 2 years to find evidence. True. Okay. Adam Aaron playing 3D chess. All right, here's what he's doing. There's a couple of things. One, we went over this a little bit yesterday, but Adam Aaron knows he's very, very smart. He knows that if we were to just go absolutely bananas, that a lot of people are going to leave. That if everybody makes millions, hundreds of thousands of dollars, whatever it is, that some people are just going to fade off away into the sunset and people aren't going to be as interested in AMC. So is it possible that he's waiting for AMC to get completely back on his feet, profitable company, in order to really pay out the shareholders and do something that's going to benefit us? Absolutely. Do I see a problem with that? Not necessarily. Like, he's given us the opportunity in the past to have him expedite this process, but it was through offerings. So people didn't like that because it was going to dilute. We were going to flood the market with supply. There was going to be more shares, and people didn't like all of the offerings that were coming through. Very fair points on both sides. If they did do the offerings, they might be able to issue a potential dividend sooner, but that's in the past now. They're really good. When you think about the dividend, I want you guys to think about a dividend payment like this, because technically AMC could issue a dividend right now if they really wanted to, technically. But think about a line like a Black Friday sale. We just went through Black Friday. People might have been, I don't know, I wasn't watching the news, but people might have been waiting in line for that one thing. Let's say it's a new PS4 release, or sorry, not a PS4, a PS5, or a new gaming console. There's a long line that goes a mile long. Now, the people at the front of the line have been waiting a very, very long time to go get what they want. But if, let's say, GameStop, they're waiting outside GameStop, if GameStop then walks out and says, sorry to all the people in the front of the line, we're going to let the people in the back of the line come in first. Technically, they can do that, but they're going to piss off everybody at the front of the line. That's how technically, like, the structure of payment goes in organizations. Equity holders are last every time. If you're a senior secured debt holder, you get paid first every time. So the debt holders need to get paid first. Equity holders get paid last. So technically they can't do it. It's just like you're going to piss off all of the debt holders. And it's just not like it's not like a fair thing for them to do. If you pay off all the debt, then it's like, okay, now we have the equity holders that we can pay out. But going back to what we were thinking about with Overstock, Overstock didn't do everything that they could do to prove that the token was a part of their business model. Eventually they were, but they were dealing with legal battles and legal battles and legal battles, and that's not something that Adam Aaron wants to have to deal with. So what he just did was brilliant. And going back to what we were talking about with that 2-week period where there was a lot of drama, if you guys remember, I was saying, chill out, wait. We know that last time this happened in a big way, the large banks, Morgan Stanley and JP Morgan were the two that were mentioned in the article, were able to somehow figure out a way to accept cash of equivalent value for that dividend. Now, what did that do? Stopped the price movement to the upside. It stopped it because it allowed the shorts to keep their position. So that's something that we need to figure out. And two, by Adam Aaron starting to issue these NFTs, these commemorative NFTs with movie tickets, it sets a pattern of behavior in, like, I don't want to call it like a precedent, but it sets up NFTs in crypto and these types of business endeavors as part of their core business model. So that eventually, if they were to decide to do this when they are allowed to issue a type of dividend, one, if they are pretty much paid off a lot of their debt and they can issue a dividend, they can do it in a very, very good way because the value of it can be higher, which pushes the shorts out even more. The second thing is that they then don't have to really worry a whole lot about legal battles. Like, yeah, they're going to get sued, but it may not even go. It might, they could just file for dismissal or a summary judgment and just be like, yeah, like, look, it's a part of our business model. And we just decided to do this for our shareholders. It's brilliant. Why does Market Beat show a 0.03 dividend? It's probably old. Buying 20 shares to add to the stack. There you go. All right. So right now we have the SPY starting to try to make a move back up into the market open. GME down about 0.5%, 91 cents. AMC down 1.2, 44 cents. And then let's see, what else do we want to take a look at today? We got Prague's having another slow day. Let's see, how much time do we got? We got 15 minutes till the market opens. Don't forget to smash that like button on the way in, says Trey's Mustache. Thank you, man. How much volume would come in if somebody bought $1 million worth of shares? 1 million divided by the current share price. So 36,000 or 300. Hold on. No. I'm doing, hold on. Sometimes I can do really good math. Sometimes I can't do good math. $27,000. Not enough. SVB has to come to Carolina for that coffee. I ain't going to New England after that winter. I mean, it's cold. It's getting cold up here. Let's see. Called my bank for a $3.8 billion loan. They said no until I offered you up as collateral. So what do you think? Will you be my collateral? Says Eric. It depends on what they want to use me for. So I'd rather not be posted as collateral these days. Why is the market so red all the time? It's not. If we look at this right here. So the S&P 500 on a 6-month chart, like this was debt ceiling fears right here. But overall, it's just been rip. Like 6 months ago in May, the S&P was at 420, and now it's at 467. That's a big move in the overall market. We are seeing it start to come down a little bit, but if we look at the year-to-date chart, this is something that a lot of people have been looking at, that 200 MA. We have not touched it yet in 2021. It's currently sitting at 425.99. Goldman and a lot of these other institutions, remember, when Goldman sold 25% of their equity position and Morgan Stanley and all these other institutions were getting worried about these debt ceiling situations and coming into the end of the year with everything that could happen with Evergrande and new variants and all that stuff, they were saying if we're going to touch the 200 MA, it's likely that we'll touch it in Q4. Now, when we saw this debt ceiling drop, we saw it fall below the 100, or what is this? Yeah, the 100, but it just bounced right back up. So it doesn't look like we're going to touch this 200. So we're really just in like a tiny, tiny little sell-off period. And I easily could see us going on a little Santa rally into the end of the year. Honestly, it depends on if the media outlets decide that they don't want to just yell and scream about issues that don't actually have an overall effect on the market. But we know that they're going to. So just be prepared. Good morning, STV, says Darstar. What's going on, man? All right, people, let's have some fun. It's not always red. Yeah, exactly. Let's see. Saitama is going to rip very soon. Got 16 billion there. Yeah, I've heard a lot about that. I haven't taken a look into it, though. Not yet. Maybe soon. We'll see. I do really want to get into a lot more crypto because my crypto holdings right now are very, very small. Let's okay. AMC now down 1. All right, hold on. What are these little indicators saying? Okay, today is going to be very interesting with the market. Prepare for some volatility, people. This could get fun. What up, Vix? What's up? 5.5 million shares to borrow on most likely on iBorrowDesk or that other site, which is getting their data from Interactive Brokers. It could be more. Why is tech still going up like AMD and NVIDIA while markets are down and bond yields are down too? Bond yields going down helps tech stocks because when you think about the discount, the DCF models that they use, if you use a lower discount rate, which is usually one of those, like it's tied to bond yields, then lower discount rates is going to lead to higher valuations. Higher yields is going to lead to lower valuations. So As yields go up, we would start to see tech take a hit and more value stocks start to go up because they're going to be able to pay out dividends. They're going to be more based on fundamentals and not future growth potential. But let's see. How are they doing today? Oh, my baby. AMD having an absolutely nice pre-market right now. Oh, AMD is gonna maybe not make me a millionaire, but make me some money. AMD and NVIDIA are being used to hedge against inflation. Semiconductors are used literally everything. They aren't going anywhere. Yeah, I would have to agree. Okay, I thought it was the other way around, that if yields go up, then bonds go down and tech goes up. No, yeah. So yield okay, so this is how it works with bond yields. Bond yields going up and the actual value of the bond will come down. Because think about this. It has to do with risk. So if you're being offered more risk, or if you're being offered a riskier investment, you would pay less for it. If it's a less risky investment, there's gonna be a premium baked into it. SCB, after you get a haircut, would you host a sales meeting for my staff? I mean, I don't know how to sell stuff, but I could try to help. I know how to like sell things on the internet. Oh, here we go. All right, everything's starting to get a move. We've got, let's see, 9 minutes till the market opens. AMC is now down only 0.5%. GME is green now. We have the S&P only down 0.52 now. It looks like we could get a little bit of a pop as the market opens. For me, since this is not a 0 day to expiration day on the SPY, I'm going to be a little bit more careful with what I'm going to be trading. That new trading strategy that I was telling you guys about in yesterday's stream is kind of nice. I'm a fan of it. So we're going to keep doing that and see how it goes. But AMC is looking to make a little bit of a move here. GME is green. AMD is just, what's Qualcomm doing? Because Qualcomm, you can hit some wild plays. Yeah, Qualcomm flat. NVIDIA, not doing much. AMD, well, what happened here? Why are we up so much on AMD? We got some news coming out this morning. Tesla moves to AMD chip in new Model Y in China. There we go. SCV just watched The Wolf of Wall Street a few times and you'll be able to sell anything. Well, I've watched it a lot. What do you guys think? I'm a college student who likes finance. I've watched The Big Short like 50 times. I've watched The Wolf of Wall Street a million times. I watched Boiler Room. I haven't seen the Wall Street movies though. Like Money Never Sleeps and those. I haven't seen those movies, but let's see. I love AMD, best investment I ever made. I mean, technically me too at the current time, but let's see what AMC does. Take a look at PPSI. Oh boy, whoever's in PPSI right now having an absolute day. Up 50% in the pre-market. How's this other one that I've got doing? PPN. Not so great. Up 50% yesterday. That's doing all right. What about there's another one. There's one that's like GG. I think it's GGPI is another one that's been going. Yeah, this is up. It was up 4% yesterday, down 1 in the pre-market now. Yeah, anything else you guys want to take a look at, just let me know. We'll run it up over here. Margin call movie. Yeah, I've seen margin call. Yeah, that's a good one. It's a bummer you can't buy, sell trailing stops after hours on Webull. Yeah, I mean, I would just use something else. Bought some SHIB yesterday for fun, $30 worth, up 30%. SHIB's ripping right now. I was gonna trade a little bit of SHIB when they got that Kraken news, but I couldn't get filled, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna not do this. So good news for AMC helps the price, but AMC goes red. Makes sense. Yeah. Yep. Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, that's good. I was actually the calls on AMD right now are kind of jacked up. So yeah, I might. I'm trying to think. SPY. If we get some nice movement in the SPY, I'll make a move. I'll mess around a little bit on some SPY calls again. All right. AMC coming down a little bit to that 100 MA. Let's see. The SPY really wants to get going here. How are the Qs doing? On 0.15, but starting to get going. That could help tech. How's Apple? Apple down right now. Interesting. Tesla. How's Tesla doing? Ooh, Tesla's probably going to get it. Tesla up 5% yesterday. Tesla says, screw you, market. I'm doing what I want. Let's get GME back up here. Check out iCup. Craig, haha, funny. If AMC goes up 30% in a day, it'll break the internet. Yeah, it probably will. Probably. All right, let's see what else we got going on over here. Twitter says beginning Tuesday, company will not allow sharing of private media, such as images or videos of private individuals without their consent. Interesting. That's kind of weird. How are they going to do that? All right. We got 4 minutes till the market opens, everybody. Oh, it's going to be a fun one. Here we go. UVXY was up a lot in pre-market. Yeah, because the SPY was down like 0.8%. Like there was this nice like gap down right here. Just boop. Algos were not having fun. But it's coming back up. That does give us some opportunity. Like on this gap down and it's starting to take a move back up. After 15 minutes of the market open, I mean, AMC is trying to push green in the pre-market right now. It's down 13 cents. GME is green. AMD's solid. Let's see what happens. Spot. I mean, let's see what that initial couple of candles are going to look like on the 1 minute, and then have the SPY pick a direction. Fed talk today? Maybe. Let me look. Meeting calendar statements and minutes. Let's see. Release November 24. Yeah, no, I mean, maybe there's a talk, but there's no like big FOMC meeting. December 14th and the 15th, but they might be talking somewhere. Thanks, SCV. You provided many good points earlier. Appreciate you, Pam. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Pam drinks coffee and tea. I mean, I have a coffee maker. I just don't use it. Oh, I was supposed to bring that. Oops. I was supposed to bring that when I went home this weekend. Whoops. Fed talk is like mumble rap. That's a great comparison of what the Fed talk is. That's like a really great comparison of exactly what the Fed talk is. All right, 2 minutes. 2 minutes. We're getting ready. We're getting ready to go. Let's see. Oh, wow. You guys are crushing it on the likes today already. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. Trey's mustache need a coffee? Yeah. Trey's mustache. Thanks for being a member, man. I appreciate it. All right. What do we got on SPY right now? Yeah. Nothing too crazy, but we're going to see it. We're going to see a little bit of volatility. I love me some volatility. All right. Oh, we got 1 minute. Within 60 seconds. Here we go, people. Here we go. We are at the point in the fractal theory where the repetition of the repetition repeats itself. Before the repetition, it repeated. After the repeat of the repetition repeats itself prior to repeating. Simon, that hurt my head. I really like the fractal theory. I just see I wanna see how the fractal theory lines up for January, because I think January is a good potential for running. All right, here we go. Ding, ding, ding. 9:30 AMC flat right now on the day. S&P down 0.56. AMC getting a little bit of momentum here. Let's see if these buyers step in before the shorts really want to come in and knock some stuff down. But GME is at 201.59. We got AMC at 36.50. It is getting a little bit of selling volume right here. We are seeing a little bit of selling in the SPY as well. This red candle on AMC, this first one right here, the volume on it currently is 497,000. So the volume so far today, 725,000. Not too nuts, but we typically see these big red candles to start off the day before it really starts to pick a direction. All right, people. 36.43 for, yeah, it's just flickering around right now. Again, volatility right as the market opens. Let's see what happens within 15 minutes in, and then let's get on it. Paul says, oh, well, coming back to bed. Anyone in this chat ever see Schitt's Creek? Hilarious. Oh, I haven't seen it. I'll have to watch that. All right. AMC trying to get a little bit of a bounce back into the green. GME is now up 0.5% right now, up $1.10. The SPY is really just hanging around. Let's see what the nothing crazy on the indicators on SPY. Prague, what's going on with Prague? Oh, she's alive. There we go. AMC now pushing into the green. We got Prague up 6% right now. We got GME up 0.8, right? 0.62. It's flickering around. Starting off to be a very solid day so far, everybody. Let's see. I mean, we are looking for that volatility as the market opens, but let's see how this continues. Good day for a margin call or two. Yeah, Prague is woo. That was a big candle. Hold on. What was the volume on this baby right here? 958,000. That's pretty big. All right. AMC flickering around, seeing a little bit of volatility, but it's within a 1% range on the day right now. It's currently down 0.33. Let's see. GME up 0.45. Doing pretty good. Doing pretty good. Also pretty crazy how the FINRA margin debt is very similar to the reverse repo. Yeah, I've seen I think Astro was talking about that. I haven't taken a look at that the comparison to the reverse repo yet, but the margin debt at an all-time high just shows us that everybody is wildly over-leveraged. So if we see a little bit of a shake in the market, and I think we went over this yesterday, we've never seen that number go negative. So that number is net margin. We don't know if that margin is being used for short positions. We don't know if it's being used for long positions. So we would have to know if big money is overall net short or net long in the overall market. SPY making a move here, trying to push green. AMC it's basically flat right now. This is a big candle on the SPY right here. That is about, let's see, 461. Yeah, that's a point in a minute. That's pretty good. Prague really trying to get going. Here we go, everybody. All right, let's see what we got on. All right, saying buy above the 200. MACD looking all right. Hold on now. Oh, AMC, she's alive. She is alive. Turnaround Tuesday. I mean, the SPY was green yesterday. Amy trying to get above 37. Amy trying to get above 37. Come on. Let's have a good green day today, guys. We saw the overall market really having a good day yesterday, and AMC didn't really see any of those gains, but we're starting to see it show some strength right here. So let's see how far we can push it today. Also want to know why JP Morgan is searching an artist on LinkedIn. What? Maybe they're trying to get into NFTs. All right. SPY is not doing a whole lot right now. If we see an overall flat day on the SPY, that could allow AMC to really get going. But let's see. AMC coming back down to VWAP, down 0.2, really just bouncing off of that VWAP right now. All righty. My Twitter's really annoying. All right. Okay, also, Ashmore doubled down on Evergrande debt. That doesn't seem like a good decision. All right, Prague really getting going here, up 7. The SPY still down a half. AMC is in the green, GME in the green. Not a bad way to start off the day, guys. Not a bad way. IWM, what's IWM doing? Let's throw this up instead of Prague right now. IWM basically doing very similar movements to SPY, coming back down to VWAP right now. It's down 0.5%. SPY down 0.5%. Nothing too crazy is going on. Let's check AMD. How are we doing over here? Yeah, AMD coming down a little bit as well. Trying to make that move back up, but kind of calm in the market so far today, guys. Kind of calm. We are seeing some movers. Prague now up 7. What's PTN doing? I like this one. PTN down 6. Not bad. Keep holding that one. All right. SPY looking like it wants to make a move down. Let's see. People's expectations are there's going to be a partnership announcement today for Prague, but I don't think that'll be today. Gotcha. Looking pretty flat. Anything could happen. Exactly. Kaisa bondholders reject company offer aimed at avoiding default. Financial Times. Interesting. Interesting. All righty. Across here. Yeah. All right. We're gonna give this a little bit of time and see what happens. Because these moves that we're seeing right here are we're gonna see it just flicker back and forth on the SPY before it really picks a direction. Again, we're only 7 minutes into the market open. Oh, what's up, TMI's box? How you doing, buddy? All right. What's Lucid up to? Lucid down a little bit. I don't know. I haven't played Lucid at all this year, but Lucid just has the potential to just go to the moon right away. AQST tip ranks price target upgrade to 28, currently trading at 6. FDA's December 23rd might run like LGVN. FDA is literally like playing earnings. Be careful. Here's the thing. If everybody, this is the one thing, especially, let's take an example of, I call it Sensionics because that's how it's spelled. So if anybody wants to correct me, you can. I'm not going to change how I say it though. Everybody already expects that FDA approval to go through because it's been approved in Europe. It's also the previous product has also been approved in the United States. It's just getting a bump up in the time that they can, the time the product lasts for. With AQST, I don't have a lot of details about, I don't know what they're getting FDA approved for or what the product is or what their history is with FDA approvals, but it's like in earnings. If they get a big FDA approval, the stock will absolutely rip. If they don't, the stock will absolutely tank. The other thing is that if everybody expects the FDA to approve it and it gets approved, if the market's already pricing that in, the stock could fall anyway. So just be careful. FDA approvals are essentially a gamble. If you hit a couple good ones, you could hit like an LGVN and you're making boatloads of money, but you do have to be careful. Let's see. Lucid coming down now. SPY coming down. AMC now down about 1, GME down 0.83. Let's see what happens. I mean, the market's really, it's hanging out within this VWAP 50 MA, 100 MA, 200 MA range. So in order to really, for it to pick a direction and like start a trend for the day, we need to see it break above or below these couple lines here. And then it could really start to get going in one direction, but it's still very, very early. Click on that article so you guys can learn about digital dividends. Thyra, I don't see any article anywhere. Let's see. Again, these short-term price movements on AMC, I hate to say this, but we could go to 60 today, and I'd be like, "Oh, that's cool. That'll make me feel good," but it's not really gonna change anything for me. Maybe I'll just go out and buy some more today. At 36? Hell yeah, I will. All right. SPY making a move back up here. Let's see if that gets reflected back in AMC. Lucid popping back up. Let's see IWM, what they're doing over here. Trying to make a little bit of a move, trying to get above that VWAP, but let's see. AMC down 1.45. GME currently now down below 200. It's at 199.96. All right, let's see what we got here. What's the SPY saying? Yeah, it's still got that sell, but I'm not touching that right now. All right. Try for show, puff for dough. All right, Apple. All right, IWM trying to move. AMC trying to get. I mean, let's see. GME is selling a little bit. Dun, 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 Yeah, still very early. Let's see what happens. We could be in for a little bit of red, but let's see. All right. How's everybody feeling? Everybody doing all right? Everybody feeling good today? We doing good? Looks pretty flat. Anything could happen. Yeah, Christopher, 100%. All righty. Oh, a little bit of a boom boom candle there. Little bit of a boom boom on AMC. Come on now. Come on now. Let's push back into the green. Let's get some bullish momentum going on today. Let's get some basketballs in the chat. Get AMC bouncing back up. IWM is getting a little bit of momentum here. Let's check on Prague. How are we doing over here? Whew. Whew. Prague up 10. That is a nice thing to see there. Dun, dun, dun. All right. All good today, just hanging in there, ready for the ride. There we go. Is it going to go down to 30? I am beginning to freak out with AMC and think to sell, losing hope. Andrea, if you get worried, you can do whatever you want with your position. But here's a nice quote from Warren Buffett. The market is a mechanism for moving money from the impatient to the patient. Now, in my mind, this is just how I think about this. I think that AMC has the potential to go way higher than what it's currently trading at based on a variety of reasons. One of the really solid reasons is that when we look at AMC on the year-to-date chart, the most amount of institutional buying came in this quarter that we saw the big run-up. Now, we went from, let's say, in the 10 to 14 range, all the way up to 77, back down into the 50s. Institutions were buying all the way up and all the way down. They were still buying. There was always a net buy in institutions all the way through this period as well. So let's say it hit, let's just say 72. So if institutions are buying up at these levels and in the 50s and down here, well, they obviously see that AMC can go a lot higher than those ranges, because if they didn't see that it could go a lot higher, then they would have just gotten out of their position, which we didn't see. Warren Buffett ain't no dummy. Okay, so Warren Buffett is not suited for this current marketplace. Just going to put that out there right now. His investment strategy is, in a lot of these other institutions' investment strategy now, is kind of outdated. Buying undervalued companies is not really a good strategy right now, because what's undervalued according to their current market valuation? Nothing. You'd have to do a lot of account for all of the money that's been pumped in, all of these new future prospect valuations. Like, he's not going to invest in tech. Like, he's not going to go after the Prague and any of these companies to get big returns, and they have so much capital to deploy. Now, you can kind of see that Berkshire, Warren Buffett, is struggling to find places to put money right now, because their cash balance has been at an all-time high. It was like 150 billion or something. It's crazy. And what they did was they were like, "We can't put this anywhere right now because we're not comfortable with taking that risk." So they just did a share buyback of Berkshire. PTN? Oh, is it going? PTN going? I do like PTN. I do have a position in PTN. I think I got in around point 0.8, so I'm a little bit red on it right now. That one, I think it was Wednesday or Thursday is when I started to get in. And I think I'm in around like point 0.8. I saw it up in the after hours at like 8%. And I was like, oh, I'm gonna take a look at this. Shout out to M. Kriegs for sending me that info. But then like 5 minutes later, it was up like 45%. And you know me, I like to chase. So all right, SPY's trying to make a move back up right now. PTN coming down. I believe Prague is still having an awesome day right now. Yeah, Prague up almost 11% on the day. Very solid. GME back above 200. SPY trying to make that move up, get some bullish momentum on the day, but let's see what happens. You can simply buy and hold. What's so hard about it? It's the easiest thing on earth. There you go. Kyron, January holder, not selling till it makes me a multimillionaire. There you go. Yeah, the whole the thing is that when you think about the shorts, the financial industry as a whole right now, and how people place capital. One, private equity is, or not private, like venture capital funds, um, are almost a better way to go because you don't have to. You literally like I had to do a project last night, and I also forgot I had to do this project, and it was due before break. I thought it was due this week, but it was due last week, so I screwed up. That was not good, and I feel bad about that. But it was about WeWork and Maya Soshi's son. I'm pretty sure the guy who started SoftBank. His Alibaba investment, he put 20 million into Alibaba, and it turned into 60 billion. So in those types of funds, but you need one. That means that he could have put 20 million into 3,000 more companies and broke even. It's nuts. So with these current the current marketplace, you can't really just like invest on fundamentals. What are you going to look at PE ratios and like compare it to like they're all jacked up and inflated, and everything's going to tell you it's overvalued and don't buy. So all of these shorts, especially on AMC, are going to be like, oh, it's fundamentally overvalued. It's like, okay, cool in your opinion, but the fundamentals of the company are going to keep getting better, and your short is not going to work out for you. It's just not. They're going to be like, oh, the company has debt. Once AMC pays off a significant portion of their debt, the shorts no longer have any ground to stand on. Like right now, they can come out all day long and be like, debt, 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 debt. Cool. But they also have over $1 billion of cash, and they're doing awesome things with NFTs and crypto and it just doesn't make any sense to invest like that anymore, in my mind. Meaning Warren is a buy and hold kind of guy. The strategy hasn't changed. I mean, it's true, but you have to find companies that you personally like. And the thing is this is why I have a problem with the finance curriculum at every university, because they're going to teach you the same thing. They're going to teach you basic stuff on how to evaluate stocks, Gordon growth model, the discounted cash flow, PE, all of that stuff. But guess what? Everybody knows that. Everybody in the industry knows how to use those metrics. So it's like it's like trading on like basic technicals. Like the algos know exactly what the behavior of different investors and traders are going to do, and they're going to use that against you. So what you have to do is you have to try to build your own strategy that it differentiates yourself from how how people typically invest. Because if you try to invest based on everything else that everybody knows, then you're going to have similar returns to everybody else. That's why all these fund managers can basically never beat the S&P, because they're just sitting there using they're trying to overcomplicate everything. by also using very, very base like, I don't know. It just doesn't make a whole lot of sense. AMC getting a little bit of a little bit of selling volume here at 36.14 is what we're currently at. GME now at 198.99. Prog up zero point 0.8 right now. The S&P is coming down a little bit. So that is not going to help the overall market and those individual names. But we've seen it really start to flicker around. So hold on, let me check over here and see what we're seeing on this indicator. All right, it is. Man. I mean, it is saying, yeah, okay. I don't like this one. So what I'm using right now is literally just super trend MACD volume and this squeeze momentum indicator to basically track SPY price movements. And right now, the super trend is literally not. It's like the buy has been flat, the sells have been flat, and you need them to really pick a direction. In my mind, to really have some momentum coming in, and that just hasn't happened yet. AMC on sale buy. There you go, E Caspers. That's a good attitude. Hedges are way over leveraged, 100%. Our chart is going up slowly, but going up. We are closing in on a bull flag. Hang tough apes. There you go, Deborah. Prague, nice little pop right here, up 9. Yeah, AMC is seeing a little bit of selling volume right here. Let's see. All right. Yeah, GME coming down. What's the volume today on AMC? 3 million? Yeah, nothing crazy. What's the Ortex showing us? Short interest 2.3, 2.3. Current estimated short interest 16.2 with days to cover at 1.69. Have fun, shorts. You can do all you want, but when it comes time to cover and you're going to get out of any of your position, especially by the end of the year, if you really want to take some gains to reposition yourself and rebalance, which I'm guessing you're going to do, you're going to jack up the price. So have fun. You can have fun messing around with the price as long as you want. We don't really have to do anything in terms of just waiting for you guys to get out of your position and roll over once these key dates come up. So other than that, once those key dates don't come up, we're going to see it flicker around. Long-time listener, first-time commenter. There you go. Unlimited fake shares being dumped again. Nah, I don't know. It could be. The thing is that the market makers will only really initiate those legal naked shorts when the utilization is super high, the cost to borrow is super high, and they're having trouble filling orders. Right now, I mean, they're just it just looks like direct shorting because the utilization is low. The percentage of the free float on loan is only 16.74. The actual shares on loan is down, but that doesn't mean that the outstanding short interest is not much higher. Prague getting some bullish momentum here, pushing back up at that 11% green mark. SPY is trying to come back up too. This is what I'm saying here. The SPY is not making a big move here. It's down 0.6, but we're seeing it just stay within this range of all of these averages today. So if we break above and we really start to pick a direction on either way, maybe I'll start to mess around with some SPY trades. But with what I'm really going to start kind of going for now is just find the good opportunities and just hammer them and just really go for it. I just bought 200 in total of the weekly 1217 XLF calls for 40 thoughts. Oh, Prague is going. Here we go, people. Anybody who's in Prague right now is having a solid day. All right, XLF. I believe that's the financials. The 1217. I mean, financials, we would just have to look at like JP Morgan and yeah, I mean, financials have been a little bit weak. Let me look. Yeah, financial. I mean, little weak. But yeah, it could get a little bit of a bounce. It is at the lows, so that could be a good trade. I mean, the technicals are saying it's struggling, but you got a little bit of time there for a little bit of a bounce. If the market really starts to come back up, the financials will come back up with it as well. For XLF, I would almost just trade the individual names, but that's just me. Apple 162 calls printing. Oh, don't tell me that. Don't tell me that when I was looking to get some Apple calls. Yeah, Apple ripping right now. What's the chain saying? What's the chain saying? I mean, I could mess around with that. I could do some of that. Let's. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to. I don't want to start YOLOing around again. That doesn't sound like a good time. But the spy is starting to make a move. You know what? Let's see what we like here. Actually, here's what we're gonna do. Oh yeah. Let's see. We might do something here. I'm the Apple Whisperer, apparently. Yeah, you might be. Yeah, Apple's having some fun today. Yeah, especially with the overall market not doing so hot. I'll take one. All right, let's see how this goes. SPY coming up. Not bad, not bad, not bad. Don't YOLO, just a small side bet. Yeah, that's what we're doing. Actually, hold on. Hold on. We need this back on. We need this back on SPY. I think we're going to mess around with some SPY. It just hit buy. All right. Hold on now. All right, AMC now down 2. Prague up 11.5, doing very, very solid. Oh, guess what I did? I top ticked Apple. It's fine. Really appreciate all your videos, bro. You've taught me a lot. Thank you, Hype Hero. I appreciate that, man. Yeah, we're going to leave this and have some fun. All right. All right. Notice Bitcoin ripping while AMC going down. Yeah. Just bought some AMC at 35.90. Saved half of the funds for later part. Just in case it drops further. Might be near the bottom for today. Yeah, it could be. The SPY looks like it wants to have some fun here. So I think we're going to have some fun with it too. I think that's what we're going to do. Let's see. It's starting to pick a direction here. This is what we're going to do. Hold on. I want to go back to this chart really quickly. Yeah. All right. Let's see. Let's see what happens. Hedgies jumped on everyone's bickering over the last week. Yeah, they could have. They could have. All right. Apple not doing so bad right here. Apple really pushing. Let's see if the SPY can get some momentum here too. Let's see what we see on here. Yeah, still saying buy. All right, let's see what happens. He's got some time on him too. Excuse my bad typing. Suffering on a tiny new phone. Yeah, Mara bounced off 50 MA on the daily. All right, let's check out Mara. We can get Apple off here. I don't really want to look at this. Mara. That's what we were looking at. AMC is getting a decent amount of selling volume here, 35.62. Mara down here. Oh, yeah. On what time frame were we looking at? Someone also said Prague had more patents approved and announced this morning. Haven't looked into it to verify. Let's look. Progenity granted U.S. patent number 11 million something. Method, systems, and compositions for counting nucleic acid models. Interesting. Not a bad one there. SPY. Stop it. All right. AMC getting a little bit of selling volume here. 35.65. Let's check back on GME. GME down 2. 197 or 198 basically right now. So I guess is AMC is going to zero without a single share being sold? No, not at all. When squeeze happens, you need to buy XRP, AMA. Last minute to create it. Interesting. WTF? Yeah, really selling right now for literally no reason. Down 3%. All right. I mean, the SPY's down 0.44, coming back up. GME starting to come back up. Prog up 11.4. I mean, here's the thing. Like, I don't want to say it, but if people are really taking to heart that whole don't buy thing, like, and they were going to buy, this is what we're gonna see. Max pain on AMC is 38.39 for this week. Just saying. Oh, Apple, you dirty, dirty dog. All right. I went very small on these apples because it's Tuesday. But hold on, let me check this back over here. I should have went a little. All right, we're gonna hold these SPY calls for a while. It's called Turnaround Tuesday for a reason. Max pain on AMC. Let's take a look at exactly what it is for this week. AMC max pain for this week is currently sitting at 38. Apple ripping. Let's see if SPY can. Oh, Prague is really gone now, up 14. Who's in Prague? Everybody's still in Prague? 200 more AMC shares on the discount, says Fernie. There you go. Good for you. Yeah, I want SPY to start making a big move here. Yes, sir. I'm in Prague. There you go. Short hedge funds betting that Omicron will get back to restrict. Yeah, they could be. No Prague for you, AM7. That's fine. 1,000 shares in Prague and holding. There you go. Prague ripping. SPY ripping, Apple ripping. Both of these positions are doing pretty decent. I mean, my SPY contracts are a little red, but it's fine. Like literally tiny red. The Apple contracts that I just got a little while ago up 37%, but I literally went tiny on it because I'm looking for that big hit just to boost the cash balance a little bit. But let's see. Prague really, Jesus, 16% right now. We'll take it. AMC now at 35.73. Not doing a whole lot today right now. SPY down 0.4. I mean, let's see what happens. 500 shares of there you go. I'm a tadpole with 20 shares. Hey, that's all right. All right. Yeah, SPY wants to go. We're going to stay in this for a while. Jeez, Prague. What's going on with AMC? I mean, you can really only speculate at what's going on with the price action right now. One, I mean, we're not seeing the buyers really step in right now. Super low volume right now, 4.6 million. We're not really seeing the buyers step in to really buy up this dip that we're seeing, which I don't know why. But we have, like, I don't know. The thing is that if a lot of people are going to start buying to the lit exchanges, that's really the point. It's like buying a lit exchange. So I hope people are taking that to heart when we talk about it. Like the lit exchange is going to be a very, very key part of this. Let's see these. All right, these morning trades are going decent so far. Let's see what happens. You never know. Positions will be very green, and then they could just turn very red right away. But we'll see. I mean, it's trying to come back. I mean, we're seeing this little on the daily 1 minute. We're seeing the MACD maybe start to. Oh wait, no. Hold on. What the hell is that? All right, SPY. We're gonna need you to take a move back up. That's what we're going to need. Prague now only up 15% on the day. I can't believe I'm saying only 6. Now it's 15, 16. This is going nuts. 3 GMEs, but I hold 10 for $1 million. I hold for 10 million. There you go. Almost free Apple calls. There you go. Yeah, I really should have gone a little bit more into those, but it's fine. I mean, I'm just going to hold those. Yeah, Spy still likes the green. Let's see. Almost free Apple calls. There you go. Wish I was in Prague. Put $100 more into Shiba Inu this morning. There you go, Hype Hero. Everyone messaging Fidelity asking how many shares they have to sell is hilarious. Wait, what? Hold on. What are we looking at there? That's kind of wild. All right. AMC could get a little bit of a bump here. Let's see what happens. Yeah, I think Spy's going to end up pushing pretty green today, but let's see what happens. That's just my feeling. Watch Rico's new vid. I don't know who Rico is. He exposes how buying on the lit exchange is I mean, here's the thing. Like, come on. Really? So you can't buy anywhere? Like, what is this? Okay, here's the thing. Buying volume is going to be buying volume. That's the thing. The buy orders that come in are going to have some sort of effect on the price action. It's just going to happen. If you take out that demand part, the price is going to tank. Just telling you that right now. If everybody in the ape community, the new apes, oh, there we go, Spy. If everybody was like, oh, we're just not going to buy anymore, think about the supply and demand chart. You got to think about it as like a tug of war. If you have the sellers on one side, but it's like a push. So it's like a tug of war, but it's like pushing. So let's say they're like trying to push this block. The buyers are on, all right, I think this is the opposite for you guys. So buyers are on this side, sellers are on this side. So sellers are pushing very, very, very hard every single day. The buyers are pushing, but if the buyers stop pushing and they're just like, yeah, whatever, you know what happens? The sellers just go, boom, and they push it down. Because here's the issue. You're watching an auction in live action every single time. It can go to it live, like you're watching a live auction every single day. The auction is who wants to buy what all the time. And the prices are flickering all over the place. So when you're thinking about what is happening, if you're trying to sell something and nobody wants to buy it, what are they going to do? They're going to step the price down until the buyers are like, oh, I want to buy it at this price. If it's the exact opposite, where the buyers are kind of driving the price and the demand is coming in, it's just a bidding war where it's like, okay, let's say something is priced at 100, but then somebody puts in a bid at 105, then somebody puts in a bid at 110, and then it just keeps stair stepping up. That's literally what we're watching here, this little pushback back and forth. Also, Spy, there you go. Spy and Apple, there we go. Having some fun here. Okay, that's great. These Apple contracts are up 70% right now, and I barely bought any of them. So awesome. Great for me. Good job, Vix. Not gonna lie. This is why I bought them calls that expire next year way out. It got me too. I really thought November was it. Remembering nothing is guaranteed. Shimu, very, very smart decision. All of the majority of my call position is really far out. I honestly might even go for some of those 2024s. It's not that I think the squeeze is going to happen then. I'm playing the time premium on it. So if it starts to rip, then you get that little time premium boost of like, you're in the money now, and you basically have all of this extrinsic value of this contract with so much time on it and implied volatility on that next run up that the contracts just go ballistic. All right. When will they run out of ammo? I mean, when the utilization gets back up to 100%. That's really what we're looking at here. All right, Apple, you dirty, dirty dog. All right, what's Spy saying right now? Spy's still saying pretty strong buy. Ooh, what was that? All right. All right. Let's see. Doing pretty good so far. I almost want to do one of those like 100K challenges for fun. Can I check BKKT? Like, I wanna, like, show you guys what I'm doing, but I don't want anybody to take my trades. I want you guys to learn the reasoning behind why I'm taking trades and then be able to implement that for yourself. Like, here's the thing. I used to watch this one stream all day, every day. I still listen to it now, in the background because it's a lot of news. So when you see a market move, you get the news really quick and it explains exactly why. But the person that's trading on it, it's the stock market live trading fraternity. A super smart dude, really, really good trader, has a lot of great knowledge to share with everybody. But in my mind, I don't like following what other people are doing. Like I've done it before, but you can't. The emotional aspect of like not knowing why you're taking a trade it doesn't allow you to stay in trades long enough. Like that's why I was looking this weekend. I was like, okay, I need to look and find some sort of like indicators or like reasoning why stay in this trade? What is the chart telling me as to what to do with this position? Because in my mind, if I'm just YOLO gambling, it's like, all right, well, I don't know what's going on here. So you really want to find an exact reason why you're taking a trade, have an investment thesis as to why. And then if those criteria aren't met, you stay in the trade or you get out. Morning STV. What's going on, Aaron? You should check out Rico's last few videos. He makes good points. I will check it out. I haven't really heard of him, but I will go check that out. All right. Ooh, hold on now. So we've got another year of holding or waiting for A to put on an NFT dividend. No, I mean July is when he could do it, but that's just for like the typical dividend and how they would do it. All right, SPY. I want to see see, this is also what we were talking about before. It was kind of trapped within these ranges right here for a while, and then it broke out above. So let's see what happens. SPY looks like it's coming down a little bit right here, dragging Apple down with it, which that hurts, but still green. AMC at 35.62, down 3% right now. Prague up 13% ish. Let's see if we can get some more bullish momentum going here in the overall market. That's going to push us up. Calvin, good morning. New subscriber here. Calvin, thank you so much. So make a video showing us the options plays. We'll release it a few days later so we can see, but it's not relevant to the price action. I can definitely do that. I think that would help me out too, because then it's more of like a trading journal. So I can't hide from it. So if I like mess up, I'll have to tell you guys, which is fine. We could do that on the weekends. We could maybe one of the night streams we could go over it if you guys want to learn. But I know not a lot of people want to do that. So like not a lot of people really like some people do care about like learning and how to trade. But like at the same time, guys, I'm learning too. That's the thing that everybody needs to realize. Like I'm a 22-year-old college student. I'm not an expert trader. I've been learning about this stuff since I was like 14 years old, but that doesn't make me an expert. All right, let's see. Market coming down a little bit here, and it's trying to get back up, but we'll see what happens. But I have the things that I do know, I think are very valuable for everybody else to know as well. I'd love it, says Justin. Let's do it. Wired says Rico came out of nowhere and had followers and viewers out of nowhere. He sports Lou as well. No, thank you. Pretty sus to me, says Wired. What's up, buddy? How you doing? Definitely tune into that. Let's do it then. All right. Okay. Right now, the technicals are saying get out of this SPY trade. So I feel like I should. Made like $0. I'll leave the Apple though. I like the Apple. Let's see. I don't know. That could have been a bad decision, but I'm still working through this new strategy that I'm messing with. So let's see. It's also not a 0 DTE day, so the contracts aren't going to inflate as much. Is your name Dion? It's not. You can't give financial advice. Spaz out. Yeah, I can't. I'm just telling you guys what I'm doing. Should I buy 100K of AMC through Fidelity? If you want to. If you want to. Oh, nice. I sell, SPY starts going up again. It's fine. I can always get back in. That's the thing. I need to wait for like I need to wait for things to cool off a little bit because that was a little rip and we're not really seeing it pick a big direction. But I don't know. I'm still working through this new thing I have. How likely is the MOAS to actually happen? I mean, as long as we keep seeing like all of this wild stuff go on in the market, I'd say pretty likely. All right, Prague up 12. AMC down 2.9. Apple making a move back up here. So I didn't get rid of those apples, which I'm all right with. Get the crystal ball out. It will tell you. Yeah, we could do that. I mean, this still says buy, but yeah. All right. Probably should have left those. It's fine. I still have exposure on SPY right now. Okay, cool. Freaking Apple ripping. Thank you. I mean, I should get the crystal ball out. That would be pretty sweet. All right. Jeez. Man, Apple, you are having an absolute day right now. AMC 3580. I kind of want to get Apple off my screen. I just don't want to look at it. That's my main thing. If I don't look at stuff, we'll be better. I want to look. Can you please explain what's happening with AT&T January 2020 options change? Does it look weird to you? Yeah, absolutely. What was it? January 2021? 2022, I'm guessing. January 21st. Yeah. Looks pretty normal. Yeah, I don't see anything crazy over here. I mean, it doesn't have the implied volatility for some of these in the money contracts, but other than that, I don't see anything wild in the bid ask. There's some decent volume at these at the monies, but other than that, I don't see anything like suspicious about it. What do we want? We want Prague. Prague's having a day. I told myself to take out my Apple at a certain amount, and I did. Good for you. My Apple tendies are on fire. I mean, it's still going. Then we're crushing it. That is drunk. That is drunk. People are working actively behind the scenes, especially in the GME community, but AMC GME share manipulation are tied in the charts. Billions of dollars are betting for MOAS to happen. Yeah, 100%, man. All right. So thinking about that SPY trade that we were just making, I mean, it probably would have been smart to leave it in, but MACD was saying it's going down. RSI needed to cool off a little bit. The indicator that I was looking at still says buy, but it went flat. So, and the other ones suggested that things were going to start to slow down too. So I'm not really upset about that. I mean, I'm guessing Apple is still going to keep ripping. So who knows? Maybe I'll get back into some more SPY plays later. I think the gain on it was like $10. Like that's like it started to come down and I was like, yeah, everything looks like it's going to come down, but Apple's up pretty good right now. I think I had 2 contracts. I'm not worried unless it gets down to the 20s. Can't see it happening. Let's see. I lost my savings several times already in the markets during my lifetime, so I can hold forever. I fear other apes will get scared if this drags into mid next year, though. They could, but here's the thing: they are gonna we're really like. Here's what you really have to realize about this situation: the market's gonna do what the market's gonna do, regardless of how you feel on a day-to-day basis. That's something you really have to understand. Adam Aaron is not just gonna come out, or the SEC is not just gonna come out and do something that is going to cause us to rip. You're going to have to wait. And I know that hurt. Like, I know that a lot of people have a lot of money in this, that if you look at a lot of the other plays that people have been making recently, you might be like, oh, I wish I put my money in that instead, but it's tied up in AMC. I get that feeling. Like it's a very valid way to think, but here's the thing. We all pretty much, like, over the last year, we've done the research into what's going on. We know the deal. I'm gonna really start doing some more kind of complex DD, I think, again, because it's more fun. Like yesterday's video, when I saw that, I was like, oh, that's dirty. So we're gonna try to find more stuff like that to show you guys because that's more fun than just talking about the option chain, the Ortex data, the max pain, and like something that it's just it's like more interesting for everybody. So we're gonna start doing more of that. But that's how you, yeah. And it doesn't like it's a hard it's thinking about investment horizons and how long you could potentially be in a play. Like most people hold shares for a very very long period of time, 10 years plus. I've been holding my AMD shares since I was 18 years old and I'm 22 right now. That gain on that is like 1,000% or something. All I had to do was buy it and just leave it there and wait. AMD was fluctuating like crazy for a while. When we had all of those big dips in the market, did I get scared? Yeah, and I sold the ones that I bought. But the other account that I was just like, I'm never selling this. I'm like, oh, whatever. Like, I'm just gonna leave it because I like the company. Like, I've done this so many times. You gotta like kind of get the experience down, like of okay, w- set your parameters, your investment parameters, and then if those conditions are not met, then you don't do anything. Also, SPY right here, it looks like that was a decent sell when I got out of those. So not bad. Those Apple contracts are holding up. Shills in the chat. Oh, where are they? Where are they? In AMC 2022, AA resumes offering talk. 1, probably going to happen. 2, we are going to vote on it. So if we don't want it, it's not going to happen. 3, if it does happen, that's my opinion. That's very like it just gives AMC more ammo to pay off their debt, and we can expedite the process of getting to where we want to go. Is it going to cause the price to drop in the short term? Probably, but once the announcement of the offering is closed, do you know what happened the last time the announcement of the offering was of an offering was closed? Uh, it was the start of the run to 72, 77, whatever it was. Like oh, what's up, Darth? Yeah, so Darth, you're gonna like this right here. I've been doing a little bit of trading here. We picked up some spy call, or nobody else did it. I did it, and I didn't say what I was getting. So SEC, if you're watching, leave me alone. I didn't do anything. So I picked up some spy calls around here, held them up here. They're up a little bit, but it's not a 0 day to expiration date. And then the technicals, everything that I'm looking at said, probably not going to keep going up. So then I got out around here and it started to come back up. And I was like, yeah, it could keep going, but then it starts to fall. So, I mean, for me, what I'm looking at is more what the heck was that? Oh, that's not good. So if the trade starts to go in my favor, push the winner. If it starts to go against me, like we saw it here, it started to like settle down, just get out. Any day, seriously doubt it's wrong. Yeah, I mean AMC down 3.6 right now at 35.52. Not having so much fun today. GME down 1.44. Prague is now only up 9. But let's see. Huh. All right, hold on. What's Apple doing now? Apple probably came down a little bit with this, which that's not going to feel too good. Oh, wow. Apple is holding up very, very, very well. Whoa. Okay. If the market gets any bullish momentum right here, I could see Apple really getting going. Just saying. That's not me saying buy anything. I'm just saying that's what I'm seeing. Darth, anytime, man. Oh, Darth, you might have missed it. Well, I think we're gonna do some streams this weekend and over the weekends now of like trading, like what I'm doing and like how I'm like just documenting everything and just being like, this is what I did. I'd have to write it all down though and go day by day. That's gonna be hard because sometimes I freak out and go in and out of stuff all the time. Like that spy trade right there. But we just went through the reasoning of exactly why I got out. Apple News. Apple iPad sales up in Western Europe as all other tablets decline. Oh, that is really good. 9 minutes ago. Watching Apple shares, Jim Cramer tweets, okay, who knows what is happening at Apple? It's moving big. Oh boy, I probably should not have bought calls then. AMC down again. Ortex probably showing opposite metrics. It's actually not today. The last time we looked at it, it was so short interest up today. Return shares 606,000, borrowed shares 2.93 million, borrowed change 2.32 million, estimated short interest 16.27%. All right, I don't want to look at Apple anymore. I don't want to look at it. GME, get GME back up here. If I stare at it, it's gonna hurt. I'm gonna do something stupid if I keep looking at it. All right, yeah, that was the Apple news. The price is close to intersecting the two lines of support. I think we're gonna see a major run up once we hit that point. Yeah, we usually could. Let's see. Yeah, SPY's back down in this little range right here of all the VWAP, the 50 and the 100. It could, I mean, we haven't seen it fall to this 200 today, so it's probably going to use this 100 as support and then maybe bounce back up, which is what we're kind of seeing here right now. I feel like these are opposite on here, but hold on. What is this saying? Because I know what it looks like here. Yeah, okay. They're the opposite. See, that's gonna confuse me. The MACD, the signal line, they're opposite colors on my two different platforms that I'm looking at. So I was looking at it and I was like, what? This doesn't make any sense. AMC trying to get a move back up here right now. GME at 199. Prague moving back up too. We got 11.5% right now on Prague. Very, very solid. Very, very solid. SB, could that be the hedgies are coordinating their shorting with the don't buy narrative? I mean, it could be, but if it starts to spread that everybody's like, don't buy AMC, it's like, all right, guys, how do you think people are going to react to that? Here's the thing. If you make a bold claim like that, it needs to be the delivery of that message has to be perfect. I'm pretty sure the actual point of that message is try to avoid the payment for order flow brokers and try to get your orders on a lit exchange. That's pretty much what I believe the message to be from everything that everybody's been saying. But that's not how people are interpreting it. People are saying, oh, get the volume lower, and then the shorts are going to cover, and the brokers could potentially just randomly close out the synthetics that they pumped in. No. That's no. That is literally saying, okay, we're going to do this drastic action in hopes that these large manipulative institutions are going to then just give us a way out and do something that is beneficial for us. Why would they do that? Do you think the shorts are then just going to cover if there's no buying? No, they would short more. If I was a short and I saw everybody on social media that was like, oh, they're not going to buy AMC anymore, you know what I would do? I would short the BS out of it. And if I was a broker that was creating all of these potential synthetics and IOUs, and then they were like, oh, we're not going to buy anymore. You know what I would think? Oh, don't have to create them anymore. We could just hang out right here because that's what they've been doing. So there's no like data or like logic behind, oh, they would then close out the synthetics and then the shorts would then cover their position. I just don't see it. It just doesn't make any sense. You got to think logically about what these institutions are going to do and the basic supply and demand metrics. It doesn't make any sense. Fed is speaking right now. Where? Hold on. What is? Oh man, SPY's getting a move. Where is the Fed speaking? Maybe it's on YouTube. I don't see anything. Janet Yellen and Jerome Powell live. Oh, it's the hearing, I think. I think there's like a hearing. CNBC. Okay, hold on. I want to put this up, but I feel like I'm going to get dinged. This is on CNBC. All right, this is what we're going to do.
To get care in their homes. They're there are subsidies and increases.
Hold on. Can you guys hear this? Let me know if you guys can hear this.
Money for education and for workforce training that will make that more affordable, and reductions in the cost of prescription drugs. These are some of the most burdensome items in family
hear it?
budgets, ones that have risen more rapidly than the general level of prices over time. And the bill will, I hope, families meet those burdensome expenditures.
Thank you, Madam Chair, or Madam Secretary. Mr. Chair Powell, is it still your belief that higher prices in certain sectors are chiefly caused by the upheaval we're experiencing as a result of the global pandemic? And that as the pandemic eases, so too should inflationary pressure?
I guess I would say it this way. Generally, the higher prices we're seeing are related to the supply and demand imbalances that can be traced directly back to the pandemic and the reopening of the economy. But it's also the case that price increases have spread much more broadly in the recent few months across the economy. And I think the risk of higher inflation has increased.
Thank you. The dollar is, this is a question for both of you, the dollar is controlled by the American people, but stable coins are controlled by opaque, secretive technology companies over and over on issue after issue. We've seen tech firms put profits ahead of the public interest with our elections, with our privacy, with competition in our markets. Is it risky, and start with you, Madam Secretary, is it risky to let control over our money fall into the hands of these companies?
I believe that stable coins can result in some greater efficiencies in the payment system, and could contribute to easier and more efficient payments, but only if they're adequately regulated. And the President's working group that I chair recently issued a report indicating that there are significant risks associated with these currencies, risks to the payment system, risks of runs, and risks related to the concentration of economic power. And we have called upon Congress to put in place for these stable coins a regulatory framework that would make them safe and protect consumers, and put them on a level playing field with other providers of similar services such as banks.
Chair Powell, do you agree with that?
Yes, I do.
Okay, thank you. In closing out my time, I think it's important to look at a bit of historical perspective, as both of you have explained to me in other conversations. In the late 90s and early 2000s, over-the-counter derivatives and subprime mortgages were billed as financial innovations. Financial regulators at the time pushed to weaken safeguards, saying that a cloud of legal uncertainty hung over the OTC derivatives markets, and regulations, again, their words, could discourage innovation and growth and drive transactions offshore. Later, the banking lobby argued that regulating subprime mortgages would decrease borrower choice and reduce access to capital. The Financial Crisis Inquiry Commission cited derivatives and subprime mortgages as key factors in the crisis. It looks again like the financial industry uses these same arguments for stable coins and decentralized finance platforms today. All of us on this committee in both parties should be concerned about that, should understand the historical parallels, and should listen to this very bipartisan panel, the Secretary of the Treasury and the Chair of the Federal Reserve. Senator Toomey.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Since the topic of the debt ceiling came out, let me just remind all of us of something that we know very well, and that is our Democratic colleagues could raise the debt limit all by themselves anytime they want, and there's nothing Republicans could do to stop them. The tools have been available to them all year long, and in fact, Republicans have offered to expedite the process. There is only one reason that our Democratic colleagues refuse to use reconciliation to raise the debt limit. And that is because they would have to specify the amount of debt they want to inflict on the American economy. They want to avoid accountability for this terrible spending spree they're engaged in by obfuscating and not specifying a dollar amount. I think we should be very clear about what's going on here. Mr. Powell, under the Fed's new flexible average inflation targeting, the inflation target remains at 2%, but now it's on an average over an unspecified time frame. Core PCE, the Fed's preferred inflation metric, is running about above 2% over the past 5 years, nearly 3% over the past 2 years, and 4.1% over the past year. So it's above target. It has been above target, and it's accelerating. Yet the Fed has maintained an extraordinary emergency monetary policy stance. It looks to me like this framework appears to be a weakening of the Fed's commitment to stable prices. Now, I know you believe this is transitory, but everything's transitory. Life is transitory. How long does inflation have to run above your target before the Fed decides maybe it's not so transitory?
Well, first of all, the test that we've articulated, I think, clearly has been met now. You're absolutely right. Inflation has run well above 2% for long enough that if you look back a few years, inflation averages 2%. So I think we can say that is it was not the case going into this episode. It had been many years since we had inflation at 2%. So I think the word transitory has different meanings to different people. To many, it carries a sense of short-lived. We tend to use it to mean that it won't leave a permanent mark in the form of higher inflation. I think it's probably a good time to retire that word and try to explain more clearly what we mean.
Well, it still strikes me as just extraordinary that the economy it's long past recovery. We're in a full-blown expansion. Unemployment's down to 4 points.
Life is transitory? What are they talking about? Hold on. We'll put it back on. The market didn't like that comment from Jay Powell, but that was a good question about inflation. Hold on, let's put it back on.
For months on end, I would strongly urge you to reconsider the pace of the tapering. Secretary Yellen, I want to follow up on the discussion about payment stablecoins. In the President's Working Group, payment stablecoins were defined, and the definition is, and I quote, "Those stablecoins that are designed to maintain a stable value relative to a fiat currency and therefore have the potential to be used as a widespread means of payment," end quote, end quote. Well, that certainly covers every major stablecoin that exists right now. And what strikes me as perplexing is that the President's Working Group recommendation is that all such stablecoins be required to be issued by depository institutions only. But yet, as you know, the mechanism by which the value of the stablecoin is maintained relative to a fiat currency, they vary significantly. Some arguably look somewhat like depository institutions. Others look much more like money market accounts. Still others look like something wholly new. Why suggest that they all must be regulated the same way and treated as depository institutions?
Well, they all have the potential to be used as a means of payment, regardless of how they are used at the outset when they're introduced. And the structure that they espouse and adhere to, which is that they have a stable value relative to a fiat currency, that is really what depository institutions guarantee.
I would just suggest that we really think this through. I think the very fundamentally different designs suggest that there might be different regulatory approaches. I'm going to run out of time here. So, Mr. Chairman, I just want to note that Pillar 1 of the Biden administration's international tax agreement will be the most significant international tax change in 100 years. To implement it, every one of our bilateral our bilateral tax treaties would need to be modified. There is no historical precedent for bypassing the Senate treaty process to implement Pillar 1. Secretary Yellen, during a recent Finance Committee briefing, I asked you to acknowledge that administration would need to come to the Senate for treaty approval to implement Pillar 1. You responded that Treasury has yet to determine whether a treaty will be needed or not. In my view, and that of many of my colleagues, implementing Pillar 1 would require modifications to our existing bilateral tax treaties, and those modifications must be approved by 2/3 of the Senate.
All right. They're not saying a whole lot. The comment on inflation kind of, it spooked the market a little bit. Like I was looking at some stuff like AMD, Prague, hold on, that was AMC. AMD, that's not the right one. AMD selling. Like AMD was having a great day selling. Apple holding up real well. SPY coming down a little bit. Apple still above 164. AMC coming down. How's GME holding up? But as this Fed talk goes on, the questions that are asked, like I haven't seen a comment or a question that pointed at transitory inflation yet. He was like, everything. He literally was like, he just called out the Fed. He was like, you've literally been saying it's transitory, but like the long run average inflation is in like the 2% range, and we're at 6 point something. He's like, when is this going to get to the point where you guys are like, we have to do something? And Jerome Powell's like, well, it's transitory. It's higher than we thought. I'm like, really, dude? You just remember, it started off being, oh, not a big deal. Then it's transitory. Then it's here to stay. Then it's like going to be, it's like they can't make up their mind. The only way that they can really combat inflation right now is raising rates. Which are they going to do? They're going to do it in 2022. Which, who knows how that's going to make everything. Oh my God, these freaking Apple calls right now are ridiculous. This is nuts. AMC is killing me, down on paper 4,000. Yeah, it's having a little bit of a tough day today. Little bit of a tough day. Let's see. I might trim some of these Apple calls soon. I have one. Like, that's literally what I did. I was like, oh, I'll buy one. And that was stupid because we were messing around with SPY. All I hear is Charlie Brown. Are we looking for a squeeze? How can price not matter? Why did we say that? Ethan, thank you so much for that super. I really appreciate it, man. Stuck at work and can't hear /see, but take my money and thank you. Ethan, thank you so much for that super. I really appreciate it, man. All right. Yeah, SPY's not going to trigger a sell or a buy for a while. So let's see what happens. It's also left a lot of money on the table. Yeah, with Apple. I got in a little bit later than everybody else, but I'm going to hold the BS out of those. SPY's not really picking a direction today. That's the thing with this strategy. If it hits it, if it gets it, oh, it's real good. But if it does, you're going to get a lot of false signals, which is fine. But here's the thing. We were starting to move up, and then, hey, Powell, inflation transitory? That it was just like, yeah, no thanks. So that's the thing you got to watch out for with options. So I think let's see. Apple's freaking crushing it, guys. Also, thank you guys for hanging out with me today. We're going to be on for a while longer too. So let's have some fun. AMC down 4.5 right now, which after the news about, hey, a bunch of, we had a record number of ticket sales. So much so that our website was super slow. Like, come on. Come on now. We've been here 1,000 times with AMC. Who cares? Nothing has changed. Jamar, I would have to agree with you, man. What's up, peoples? Trey Subway Crumbs. What's going on, man? The Fed is trapped just like the hedge funds. They refuse to take the L and rip the Band-Aid off. They keep kicking the can. Someday this house of cards will come crashing down. Yeah, they're good. Ooh, AMC getting some selling volume right here for basically no reason. So let's see. The sellers are out in full force today. The sellers and the shorts are really trying to get after it. Where's GME at? GME only down 1.74, but AMC down 4.62. So let's see. Apple is going absolutely ballistic still. 125% on Apple calls. Nice. So far. Could go to 0. Who knows? All right. SPY moving down now. AMC moving down. GME moving down. Let's see. What else do we have? I think the hedgies are just trying to bore us to death. They could. We should care all about all of this BS. Not let them off the hook. They want to normalize this in our minds. What specifically are you referring to? Like which specific? Let's see. You should show everyone what happened last time they forced AMC down this hard. Look around October 29th. Right here. Went from 44 down to 35, all the way up to 47. Yeah. I mean, we're gonna see volatile price moves, guys. Like that's the thing with this trade. It's like, yeah, we're gonna see big red days, and we're also gonna see very big green days. Like I think we're kind of used to that right now, and like a lot of people just get very upset about the red days. Like if you guys see me right here, I'm chilling. I'm losing a bunch of paper money right now on AMC. Am I upset about it? I mean, sort of, but like at the same time, it's like, oh, I know where this can get to, so I'm just still hanging out. AMC now down 4.78 right now. SPY getting some red candles. So is Apple now. Market's starting to come down a bit. Let's see. Just got a couple of Pfizer 54 contracts. Yeah, if they start talking about variant again. Pfizer having a day. Let's see. TBH is better for them to cover the lower it is. This means nothing. Yeah, exactly. Aria, what's going on? Just checked AMC. What is happening? Don't freak out. Don't freak out, everybody. We had a couple of decent sized red days in a row. What are we seeing on Ortex now? Still the same thing. 606,000 shares returned, 2.93 million shares borrowed. Estimated short interest, 16.27. Could we see the utilization and a lot of these other metrics start to bump up after these couple of days? Absolutely. Volume today on AMC, 8.5 million. Not a whole lot going on. Can you explain how the shares outstanding changed from 513 to 5? I think that's just a little, that's got to be like a little bit of a glitch. Whoa. Where did all these new people come from? How you guys doing? Whoa, that was pretty cool. What's going on, everybody? I don't know if that's a glitch or not, but welcome to all the new people. Thanks for coming in and hanging out. Let's see what we got going on right now. We got AMC 3512. We got SPY selling right now. What are the indicators saying on SPY? I mean, it's saying it's it's below the two. Everything is saying, I don't know. We might leave it be. Oh, Matt left. Oh, gotcha. Oh, welcome to all the ducks. How you guys? Oh, wait, Matt's been shorted. I don't know. Just kicked. No glitch. All right. What's up, guys? How we doing? Matt's stream crashed. Uh-oh. Hold on. His channel's still there. All right. He might have just had some technical difficulties. Well, who are you people? I don't know. No Matt, no Astro. Interesting. He's still on Twitch. Gotcha. All right. Maybe, hopefully he can get back on soon. Let's see. All right. AMC still selling right now. SPY starting to come down. Apple selling a little bit too. Let's see. Matt had to go take a break and cry a little. I don't think that's what happened. All right. Yeah, SPY is not having fun right now. Let's see what happens here. Hold on. Might make a little bit of a move. You like calls? Yeah, man. Price is dumping hard. Price is dumping hard everywhere, guys. The whole market's selling off at this Fed meeting right now. Or it's not necessarily a Fed meeting, just Yellen and Powell are talking right now. And the first move was them really starting to talk about inflation. And then this second move, we weren't listening to it, but hold on, let me look at something. Hold on. Making a move. All right. How we doing, everybody? We doing all right? Let's have some fun. I mean, market's not having a good time right now. This little meeting right now is kind of sending everything to the downside. But I mean, we're seeing AMC really get affected a lot. We are down 5.5% right now. But really nothing to be all that terrified of. Hold on, let me get rid of this Apple situation. There we go. All right, not bad on the Apple. Let's see how SPY goes for us now. Do you like Prog SCV? Yeah, I do have a Prog position. I have some long dated calls. How's Prog doing right now? Yeah, Prog now only up about 4.8. It was up about 11% at one point. SPY is selling right now. Hold on. This might have been a really stupid trade. Let's see. There's a lot of time. Well, not a lot of time, but let's see what happens. Hold on. Let me go back over here. Yeah, I like this right now. All right, let's see what happens here. AMC down. It's currently at 34.77. Market throwing a little bit of a temper tantrum right now. So everybody buckle up. The volatility is back. I mean, nothing to be really too freaked out about, but let's see what the overall market starts to do. And then check out Fidelity buys. We could do that, but hold on. Market, maybe a little bit of a pop here, but everything says market's going to keep going down for a little while longer. Let's see. All the visitors should help you out with some likes. Yeah, if you guys don't mind, just dropping some likes on the stream. It just helps get some more people in here. I think Matt's stream went down. I don't know if Astro's live. But yeah, we are seeing a decent amount of volatility right now. Volatility is exciting. What did the FTD say? I mean, the last time we got the FTD report on AMC, where is it? Failed to deliver. I mean, they're very, very low in comparison to what we were seeing in the past. It's okay to say not to freak out, but I'm going to get margined. Yeah, you got to be very, very careful if you're trading on margin. You're playing with fire. For me personally, I'm not going to lever. I mean, especially because I'm trading options. I don't see any good reason for me personally to be trading on margin, but some people do like it. I just, for me personally, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense because with options, I'm already levered. Matt is back up. Thanks for the positive vibes. Yeah, anytime. Anytime, guys. You guys are welcome back here anytime you like. We're just waiting for all the calls in January. Yeah, I do really like the January options chain right now. If you guys have been watching any of my previous videos, like January is dirty for the option chain and what we could potentially see. Market coming back down right now. AMC selling at 34.70 in that range. SPY is really getting some red candles here. Let's see what happens. If you trade options, you're using margin, period. No, that's not true. That is not true. I have a cash account. I trade options all the time. Hold on, we might trim one of these. Kind of want some cash back. Hold on. Let's see. I mean, the SPY is looking very, very weak right now, and it's dragging down everything. It's getting some green candles, but with what the Fed is saying or what Jerome and Janet Yellen are saying right now, it's not helping out the broad market. It could have been another comment on inflation. This first move right here was literally just a pointed question on whether or not the Fed was going to do anything about inflation being transitory. SPY is really selling right now. I got SPY puts around here because that's what my indicators were saying. So let's see what happens. I'm probably going to cut these a little bit early. But who knows? If I want to go for the big hit, I'll go for the big hit. Maybe I'll make one free if they go up 100%, but we'll see. I mean, they're up 50% right now. I went a little bit bigger on these. So let's see. What's the RSI at on AMC, or what is the RSI? The RSI on AMC is 23.48. Very, very oversold right now. One or two more red candles on the SPY, and I'll ditch out of these. All right, this one's doing good right now. January calls are down. I mean, yeah, they would be down right now. All right, man. Yeah, SPY is very, very, very weak right now. I might take one of these and let it ride, but what is that? 55%, risking 50. I mean, I don't know. This is turning into a pretty volatile day. AMC down 6 now. SPY's down 1.1. Prog's still up 5. I mean, Apple coming down. I did cut those Apple calls that we were talking about earlier. Let's pull up GME down here because we don't need Apple anymore. Powell says we'll know more about the variant within 10 days. SPY is selling. VIX, do something. I've been here before. Yeah. All right. So this is I honestly might just hold these puts right now on SPY. These could just get it because the thing is right here, we could just see it flush. Like right now, what is it at 458.80? Yeah, we could just start to see it flush right now, down to 458. All right. Be careful, everybody. This move on AMC right now, remember, a lot of these moves that we see in the broad market are not just AMC related. It's like the broad market move right now. Like, look at this. We went from 463.69 to 458. That's a big move on the SPY in the last 20 minutes. That is not a short amount of dip. Life is transitory, quote of the year. Yeah, it's trying to recover a little bit here, but it's looking like it's going to continue to go down. Let me see what we're seeing over here. Hold on. Yeah, it's coming down. Let's see. If crash will trigger brokers wanting shares back, it would have to be a very, 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 very aggressive crash for that to happen. All right, SPY getting a little bounce here. It's very, very oversold. If I see like 1 or 2 more red, like big red candles here, we've seen 1, 2, 3, 4, right now 5 red candles in a row. Let's see. The buyers are trying to step back in on SPY and fight back, but let's see. What is it saying over here? Yeah, this all still says red. So we're going to leave these for a little bit. AMC was down before the talk. Yeah, but the overall market was down before the talk. Remember, everything was still down. All right, let's see what happens here. AMC 34.62 down 6. SPY down 1.18 at 459. GME at 194.82. Let's see. I want that one last flush on SPY. My Pfizer calls are turning around. Ooh, is Pfizer getting a pop here? Oh no, they're coming down. All right, let's see. I wish these types of moves were to happen on a 0 data expiration day, because this gain that I have right now would be amplified by so much more because there would be no time on these contracts, which is fine. Let's see. Also, if you guys don't mind, just dropping some likes on the stream. It just helps get some more people in here. So thank you guys to you guys who have done it and who are going to. It just helps us out. But if you guys don't want to, you don't have to at all. You guys have been super, super generous with the likes today already. All right. On the 6 red candle for AMC on the 5-minute. Jeez, man. Yeah, AMC's trying to get a little bit of a bounce here off these lows, down 5 point. Yeah, it's. See, these candles on the SPY, we've seen it try to start to go green, and then it just gets knocked right back down. If we start to see some big rips, I'll just ditch these SPY puts and battle for another day. But it looks like we're going to keep coming down. Lick that like button. I mean, that's kind of aggressive. Thanks, Vixen. Anytime, guys. What is going on? It's talks of the new variant and inflation is what I've seen. Hold on. Let me pull up some alerts that we've got here. Powell, for now, Omicron is a risk not baked into forecasts. That's why we're seeing the market come down, because the Fed may have to readjust their forecasts on or any type of estimates on inflation, rate cuts, and tapering. So 5 minutes ago, this was one. Powell will talk about speeding up the taper at the coming Fed meeting. Can consider wrapping up a taper a few months sooner. Interesting. So basically just accelerate it. 7 minutes ago, the Fed will use the tools as needed to deal with inflation. Yeah, overall market selling. AMC actually holding up a little bit right now, with the overall market really starting to come down. SPY is flushing a little bit right here. Pfizer holding up. GME coming down a little bit. I don't even want to look at these SPY puts right now. They're going to get me too excited. I mean, not really. 78% so far. Not bad. If it hits, here's the thing. With these SPY puts that I have right now, if this hits 100%, making it free. That's what I'm going to be doing. I don't want anybody coming in on these trades with me. I just want you guys to see the logic of what I'm doing. We've done this a couple of times today where we're looking at the momentum of what's going on. And right now the momentum says down. All right. Right now it's at 90. All right. So I need this to be 34. Okay. This is about to hit a 100% gain. It just hit it. I'm going to sell one. Make it free. If I can, and I can't because the SPY's bouncing a little bit here, but let's see what happens. Let's see. Is it complete scapegoat for inflation and insane over-leveraged hedge funds? I agree. Hold on. I think this order is about to get filled. If it comes down a little bit more, this make it free order is about to get filled. What's it at? 38? Wait, what? That was stupid. All right, that order is about to get filled. Come on, fill it. Fill it. Make it free. Come on, hit it. Hit it. Hit it. There it is. All right, so I just made I had 2 SPY puts. I made one of them free. Now we're gonna ride this next contract out probably until the end of the day to see if we can hit a big win. But let's see. Is this the market crash? No, this is just an overreaction to what we have going on with the Fed. Now they're talking about Omicron, inflation, tapering. A lot of the things that are being said right now are saying market downside. So remember, this is what we've been talking about. We were talking about it over the weekend. We've been talking about this since June. Q4 is going to see a lot of volatility. Is it going to be like market crash volatility? Who knows? But this is kind of what we've been saying. And the one thing is that the Fed is going to be the wild card in this situation. This is the thing that we need to really always keep in mind. The Fed is going to do every single thing that they can in their power to keep things propped up. Now, if there comes a time where the Fed's toolbox that Jerome Powell likes to talk about all the time is no longer going to be like you can't do anything with it, like there's nothing that they can do, that's when we see things really start to freak out. Right now, the Fed still has the tools to combat inflation and deal with the tapering of asset purchases and kind of keep things propped up and going in the right direction. But remember, this is the thing, we're gonna see debt ceiling fields start to spike up too. So what are we at right now? All right. AMC getting some selling volume right here too. Don't let anybody tell you that this is a like ladder attack manipulation. Look at the SPY right here. The overall market is there's, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Oops, that moved. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. In the last 20 minutes, like about 19 of those candles have been red. So, and we've seen these candles open trying to go green and then they're just coming down. So, I mean, we made a little bit of money on the Apple calls today. Like I think I made, I don't know, like $10 on SPY calls earlier, lost 30 on SPY puts, made these SPY contracts free. So there's a solid gain on them right now. I'm just going to hold them because the whole contract is free. There's no, what do you call it? There's no risk at this point for my cash balance. If we start to see like a couple green candles in a row, I'm out. Goodbye. I'll take the dub and leave. But I do not think that this is gonna go up. I think the SPY is gonna keep coming down. AMC holding up kind of nicely. I mean, with everything being set, I mean, I don't know. Let's see. This candle right here is gonna be important. All right. Let's see. Hold on. What's this saying over here? That was a pretty big boom on the SPY. Yeah, it's curling right now. Let's see. Let's see what happens. I'll leave this one for a little bit. I kind of want to hold it. Latter day Saint. No, not a ladder attack, guys. All right. RSI at 32. I mean, it looks like the MACD wants to cross and come up. I think we ditch this. I might ditch this one. Let's see what happens. And then we'll just hop back in and play it again if it starts to move in another direction. Vix, it's okay to yell at your computer. No, it's fine. I'm just having fun here. I mean, I'm just trading the volatility. This is what I like. If the market's going to pick a direction in one way, I just want to be able to position myself in a way that's going to play that direction so I can boost my cash balance and then continue to stay alive. That's literally what we're doing here. I mean, let's see. It's basing at this 458 level. It's funny how the market announcements have corresponded to AMC pivotal movements in the price action to keep AMC in the Wyckoff pattern that has been, yeah. All right, we're ditching this one. See, I don't want to yet. I still think we could come down. I still think that we could easily come down right now. And I want to be able to milk these SPY puts because I already made it free. Maybe not, though. Maybe not. SCV is human like us. I'm sure he's fuming on the inside. Not really. I don't. All right, if this candle is green, we're out. And it's red. They're keeping us in the trade. They're keeping us in it. When you think you're out, they pull you back in. All right. I mean, in terms of trading today, I'm doing pretty well. In terms of AMC paper loss, very bad. Losing a lot of money on these AMC positions right now. But it's not like the end all, like, well, we're at 34. Okay. Like, what were we at in January? 2. It's like, all right, shorts. All right, let's see. Wow, this is like my record for having like people in the stream during the day. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. All right, honestly, let's just leave these SPY contracts. Double bottom, now we rise. I mean, we could. I just want the SPY to capitulate right now. But I also don't because I want AMC to go back up. I just don't see. The thing is like we're down 7 on the day. It's going to be hard to make back those gains. So it's more of like let's make some money on what's moving in the market right now. And then maybe use that money to buy more AMC, get some more buying volume back into it. Who knows? Whatever everybody wants to do. Let's see. All right. How can anyone say this is normal? It's not normal. Nothing about this is normal. The SPY movements are, I mean, we're seeing I hate to say this, but I love the volatility in SPY right now. It's just, I mean, when we see these types of price movements, it's there's money to be made, and you're seeing me just sit here and do it right now. Like, yeah, let's see, down right here. I want hold on. Yeah, some of this is saying SPY comes back up. All right, we can take this. We can take this right here. 201. Take it. Oh, working? You big loser. Hold on. Let's see. I want to get a good fill on this one. Because either way, it's free. Like, this is literally just me taking money off the table now. SPY can dump forever. AMC needs its time to shine. Yeah. All right. I think this order is about to get filled. See, nothing's really happening right now. It's like consolidating at these low levels. All right, it filled. 201. All right, that's pretty good day so far. All right. We're going to wait on the SPY to see if we want to do anything else later in the day, but we played this move pretty good. So I'm happy with it. If it was a 0 day to expiration day, that would have been like a 300, 400% gain, but it's not. So you got to kind of do the best you can with what you got. Back to focusing on AMC, we got 34.22, down 7.15% today. Oh yeah. So why does it say restream? So that's just the software that I use. TMI uses it too to stream. This is live though. Why haven't? Ooh, Nepal says what plays you get it into? Nepal, I've been trading the absolute BS out of SPY today. I hit it was a decent gain on Apple. I think it was 60% on Apple today on that run up. That was pretty good. And then we rode this SPY movement all the way down. Right now, I'm really just looking at those quick flip in and out on the easy price movements. Make contracts free, boost the cash balance, stay alive, and just slowly start stacking it up. If the positions start to go against you, cut it early. If it's a move like this, trim it 100%, make it free, and then ride it out. But SPY looks like it's coming a little down right now. I mean, I'm perfectly fine with taking that gain that I had. Perfectly fine with that. Let's have some fun though. I mean, I can look for other stuff too moving. What's moving? Is there anything going nuts today right now? Hold on. I need, yeah, nothing. No, nothing crazy on news. SPY moving back down. AMC down 6.5. Trying to make a move back up here. Let's see if the market starts to bounce. I think buyers are really going to start to step in on AMC. I mean, on these very, very short time frames, the MACD, the signal line's crossing over. Wait, no, that's wrong. We're starting to see some bullish momentum come back in, but again, we're still very, very red on the day. Let's see what happens with the SPY. I mean, how did Apple hold up? Yeah, Apple dropped. I think we sold these like right as it crossed below 164 because I had the 165s. So I cut those pretty early. Amanda, thank you so much for becoming a member. I really appreciate it. Confident Yellen still smoking rocks. All right. Ooh. All right. See, SPY looks like it may start to come back up now. Did the meeting wrap up? Hold on. I think my volume's off, so I can throw this back. No, it's still going. Powell speaking right now. Oh, he's talking about the labor market. Powell always loves to talk about the labor market. He's the king of the labor market. All right, GME making a move back up. Let's see if we can get this back above 200 today. GME is only down 2.63. AMC 34.60 down 6. I mean, we kind of, I don't want to say I'm the best SPY trader that's ever lived because I'm not, but that was pretty good. Watch it just tank right now and make me very upset that I sold some of those. I have my select few I watched while I'm in the shop melting. There you go. What about the stocks they're long on? Okay, Ham. I remember your question from earlier about margin calls. You're not ever gonna notice that somebody's getting a margin call. That's not something that happens. If there is a price movement, an aggressive price movement in a stock, you could like theorize that there are margin calls going on, but there's a lot of ways to satisfy it. You can provide more liquidity. You basically just put up more collateral, or you can close out your position. Now, you're still not going to see you probably won't see a price unless it's like, and the thing you also have to think about is that the market has been really on an uptrend over the last couple of months. So when you think about like a margin call, there needs to be a very, very, very aggressive price movement if they bought a while ago and have just been holding, because we know everybody's over leveraged. But if you're over leveraged and the positions are going in your favor, well, then you're making a lot of money. So with the overall market right now, if people have been buying recently over the last couple of weeks and really levering up going into the end of the year, hoping for that Santa rally, then they easily could see margin calls, but they're going to spread it out a little bit. So, and they like, I don't know. I honestly almost want to buy some SPY calls right now. Like, hold on. Where's it going to hit? Oh, it's about to hit too, but it's under the 200. Strategy says don't do it. So we're going to stick to the strategy. Also, guys, thank you to all of you guys who are coming in here today. I really appreciate it. Transitory. You have a new subscriber, Eric. Thank you so much, man. Did we break outside the pennant for AMC? I don't think so. I'm gonna have to. I gotta draw one. I don't have the image up right now. I can look at that for you guys though. Let's see. GME 196.12. AMC now down only 5.5 right now. Trying to make that move up along with the SPY. Where's IWM? I almost want to make. I mean, I have some settled cash that we can mess around with, but yeah, AMC is looking to move right here. I mean, what's this move right here? 58, 58, what? 08. That's a decent move, but it's like a point in 5 minutes. So when does this? So I have I don't have the volume on, but I have the Fed meeting up. So once it's not Fed, live Fed Chair Jerome Powell and Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen testify before Congress. Whenever that ends, the market's going to pick a direction. But until then, any statements that are made in that hearing, like if Janet Yellen just automatically comes out and is like, inflation really bad right now, the market's going to tank. And we'll see another move like this. Will we be able to catch that? Absolutely. But I'm going quick in and out today. I'm not holding stuff for long. If I see something, make it free. If things start to go against me, cut it early, just boost the cash balance little by little and slowly step it up. When will these smaller institutions cover, or is it going out of business, or is going out of business what they prefer? I mean, they would prefer going out of business, but that's not going to happen. Like, it's just not going to. AMC just sold a record amount of tickets in a night. Adam Aaron compared it to Endgame, and he was like, yeah, Endgame, the tickets came out during the day, and this one was at night. So it's like, he was like, basically, it was a record. So I don't know. SPY likes it. Nepal says, hopefully they don't clap us again. Yeah, I'd rather not get clapped. I mean, trading today, good. Long positions, bad. SPY's moving up now. Where's that 200? Yeah, we got a ways to go. I mean, shoot. All right, hold on. I want to become the best SPY trader that's ever lived. So how are we going to do that unless we really have some fun? What are the 64s? Yeah, it wants it. All right, playing with fire. Let's do it. Let's play with some fire. Scared money, don't make money. Sent a screenshot to STV and TMI, hoping they can see it in touch base. C42, I'll take a look at that right now. I almost don't even want SPY on this right now. I don't want to see it. It's just going to freak me out. All right, I'm straying away a little bit from the strategy right now, but let's see if we can get a little pop. Messages, send a photo. If that's so it might be because it's very, very, very volatile, or it has to do with the fee structure that those brokers have. That could be what's going on there. I thought the strategy said no. It did. Oh, it did. In this, yeah. All right. You're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. We're not doing this. We're not doing this. You're right. We're not doing this. We're not messing around with that. You're right. Strategy did say no. Strategy says no, don't do it. Sticks to your strategy. Thanks, guys. I like that you're holding me to my strategy right now. If you guys hang around here, you'll see that I've done a lot of chasing. Recently, it's gone pretty well, but sometimes it doesn't go so well. So that we just literally went in and out. I think it was like a $5 loss on the spread because literally nothing changed because we hit like this candle and then it came down. But AMC is trying to make that move back up. Let's see. People next door are going to think I got a party going on. Got you on one TV, the Fed on another, Josh on my laptop, and me and my roommate talking. Hey, man, I'd turn Josh up the loudest. Josh is going to be able to tell you a lot more about what's going on right now because he's probably got the Fed talk on, unless he doesn't. Yelling. What's all the yelling about? The strategy says no, but my mind says yes. Exactly. And you don't listen to your mind because your mind is most likely wrong. And you see right here, the good thing I got out because I would have taken a decent loss. And that's not what we need right now. All right. Yeah. Cash balance looking decent. Actually, cash balance is doing very well right now. That's what it's all about. In my mind, cash balance. All right. Let's see. Strategy sets a trader from a noob. Agreed. Strategy said buy a bunch of puts here, and it worked. Strategy said hold off and wait till it gets above the 200 EMA. And I said screw the strategy and lost a couple of dollars. But it also it's a couple of different things because sometimes it'll give false signals or the signal will come late. Actually, it already signaled, but you have to I'm still working on it. It's worked these 2 trading days. It's worked very, very, very well. So unusual whales GME news. Hold on. What do we got? Breaking Powell to retire the word transitory. All right. I don't see any breaking. All right. GME lead engineers are at Basel, Miami, the premier NFT conference going on right now. Oh, bullish. That is very, very bullish. Emotion is your biggest enemy as a trader. I know. But that's why Jeremy's trying to get the basketballs in here. There we go. Being human is your biggest enemy as a trader. Exactly. All right, guys. Yeah. Also, if you guys don't mind, just dropping some likes on the stream. Thank you to you guys who have done that already and who are going to. It really helped out a lot today. So thank you guys. This is like my biggest stream ever in the morning, during the day. So thank you guys. I really appreciate all of you. SPY coming down. Hold on. Did it trigger a sell? Nope. The trigger at the sell right now, if it were to drop, would be like 458.13. And that's a drop and a half from where we're at. So let's see. Let's see. I mean, we already did pretty solid today. So now it's going to be all news. I'm an algorithm. Time to put SPY puts back in? Not yet. Not for me. You guys can go for it if you want to, but for what I'm seeing, not yet. AMC not leaving, says Aria. Shorts have not yet covered. AMC, buy the dip. There we go, Aria. Let's check Ortex right now. Oh, a little bit of a Okay, so the return share is 1.05 million, borrowed shares 3.22 million, borrowed change 2.17 million, estimated short interest 16.24. Again, bare baseline minimum of what we're looking at for short interest. Let's see. Isn't it possible for the price to drop parabolic then rip up similar like the Volkswagen squeeze? Yeah, it is, but this isn't like an AMC specific move. This is, hey, the market's freaking out. Like if you look at this right here and you overlay it a little bit, the SPY had we can spread this out a little bit and we look at it like this. SPY and AMC drop. SPY starts to come back up. AMC starts to come back up. SPY kind of consolidates. AMC kind of consolidates. Then we rip and we come back up and then it comes back down. It's just following the market today. That's what we're looking at here. Honestly, for tomorrow, I might do a little bit of a SPY strangle because with this volatility that we've seen yesterday and today, let's see. I mean, I would go very, very small with it, but SPY looks like it's going to come down here. What is it? 458.61. The problem is that the contracts there are expensive because they don't expire today. So you can't get any real cheap contracts. Market is down. Opportunity. Exactly. Is it possible some smaller hedge funds could close and it could jump a bit? Yep. Especially with volume so low. What's the volume on AMC today? I mean, 13 million. That's at this point in the day, that's a decent amount, but it's a lot of selling, like a lot of selling. I mean, ooh, we're looking for it. John, thank you so much for the super. I really appreciate it, man. Shout out to all you guys who send those in. You guys don't have to do that if you don't want to. Without you guys, we wouldn't be able to continue what we're doing. Just showing support for all of our channels. So thank you guys. John says, short the FUD, short paper hand mentality, long my dreams, long AMC. John, I like that. Got 6 AMC today, says Dave. There you go. Scooped up some $39 calls for December 17th, right at the dip, already green. There you go. Be careful with a lot of the calls on AMC. They could be very volatile. All right. SPY's coming back into the range where it could signal sell. So let's see. I almost don't want to do it again. It's like, why get greedy? We've already did a real good number on SPY today. If there's a real big move, I'll probably just start playing it small. Only 1.4% selling by Apes last I heard. I mean, was it turnover today? 2.75, not very high. All right. Yeah, SPY's not really getting to that level yet. The level where my indicators would say sell is at 458.13. That's where it would so I'm literally just using super trend, MACD, and this squeeze momentum thing that I'm not even really using because it looks like basically the same as the MACD. And then I'm also looking at volume. So when I see the volume spike, that's also what I'm using. It's working out so far. Let's see how it goes over the long term, but hold on, let's see. Got some more shares, total of 422, average 46. I'm not scared, Hedgie. There you go. There you go. Yeah, SPY coming back up a little bit. AMC chilling. All right. All right, we're going to go for a little while longer. Let's see. AMC trying to move back up. MFI is better than RSI. Interesting. Okay, I'll take a look at that. My wife just got mad about the charts law. I told her she can't do anything. She slapped me by telling me she can't. It proceeded to buy a couple more stocks. Lesson learned. Hey, your wife knows what's going on, man. Your wife knows the DLC. Everybody that was talking about those SPY puts, especially today, this 459 sit, that would probably be, I don't know, at most a 50% move on the contracts, which is good, but like with SPY, I'm trying to push those winners to a lot more than that. So I probably wouldn't have cut it at 50. So I'm waiting for everything to really start to signal sell, which is puts, or buy. But we would have to get up to a decent level in order for us to see that. Irrational exuberance, but don't care if it makes me money. Yeah. Do you use super trend on Webull? No. I use it on TradingView. I literally got TradingView last weekend, like this weekend. And I was literally, this is what I did last weekend. Because I've been trading a lot of SPY and it's been going really well or really not well. And the reason is because I'll cut things a little bit early or I won't be able to identify the trend well enough. So I literally just have 3 or 4 like I'm not like, in general, I'm not like the technicals guy. I'll tell you that right now. I don't like, my technical ability is not like super high. I like to trade news and quick moves on like a bond move or an oil move that's going to affect the SPY and then play contracts then. But all I needed was the confirmation of a move, like a trend, and then something that is going to say the trend looks like it's going to continue. So like today and yesterday, it's worked out pretty solid. Let's see if it can continue though. And that can be in the, what do you call it? That can be in the stream we do this weekend about all the trading stuff. If you like volatility, why is your name short the VIX? Because when the VIX goes down, most things start to go up. Like in the broad market. Elon warns of SpaceX bankruptcy. No. How's Tesla moving off that? Sometimes Tesla moves off SpaceX stuff. Anything that Elon says. All right. Where are the margin calls? I mean, they're there. If people are falling below the maintenance margin requirement, they're getting margin called. Like they'll get the call. They'll usually have 2 days. I think it's between 2 and 5 days to meet it for them. But if you're a retail investor, right away, liquidate. Thank you very much. So that's another disadvantage that we have, especially if you're trading on margin. But for me personally, I'm not messing around with any margin, especially with AMC when they can just take that away from you right away. You guys can do what you want to do. Just know the risks. 3.2 million shares borrowed according to Ortex. Yeah, what's the number now? Yeah, 3.22. Let me refresh it real quick. We got 3.22 million borrowed, returned 1 million, borrowed change 2.17 million. Current estimated short interest 16.24. Yeah, SPY's just consolidating here. It's not really picking a direction. Let's see. GME at 195.47, AMC 34.56. Three days for margin call for retail. Okay. Elon also tweeted dropping some friends off at the pool. Yeah, I mean, good for him. That's fun, Elon. AMC is trash, says Midnight Blue. AMC is actually not trash. AMC is a movie theater company that is fundamentally increasing very rapidly, and is also up over 1,000, like 1,500% on the year. So doing pretty good. Picked up AMC calls. There you go. Let me know how that works. I've been wanting to buy TradingView so I can get more charts, but I've been waiting because I want to improve my trading setup. Yeah, I like it because you can just you can just mess with stuff. That's why I really like. I mean, I've been using it. I don't know, for like 4 days. I like it a lot so far. I've made back the money that I've spent on it, and I only got like the $14 a month one. SPY coming down a little bit. What's the current short interest on AMC? 8%? No. So the exchange, so that's the thing. A lot of people were looking at FinViz recently. We can pull it up right here. But remember, GameStop yesterday on FinViz and a couple of other sources were showing that short interest at way higher than what the exchange and what Ortex was reporting, but they adjusted it back down to 10.81, as we can see right here. Sorry if that's bright, but AMC's didn't change. Sorry. They have the short float at 8.69. 8.69. Sorry. But on Ortex, we have it at 16.24. And the exchange reported is at 17.05. All right. SPY's making another move down. Check your Twitter DM. I went from trading on my phone to the setup I have now. Man, I love the stock market. Me too, Nepal. I mean, I still execute the trades on my phone because I'm the quickest. And if there's news, I can just go in and out really, really quick. Like I'm terrible at like typing stuff in and like messing around like that. But let's see. Hey, can you look into Gogoro and PPGH merger? The warrants seem cheap, but not sure how to play them. Andy, I've never heard of any. I haven't heard of that. I can take a look at it. What's the ticker? PPGH. Yeah, I mean, the volume is super low. I mean, I'd have to do a lot of research into this. So I can take a look at that for you off stream. Prog doing all right. Yeah, AMC down 6.5. We got SPY chilling out now. GME 194.33. All righty. Wow. Thank you guys so much for coming out and hanging out today. You guys have been really showing a lot of support. I really appreciate it. It means a lot, guys. Thank you. We are having a little bit of a rough day, but hopefully with all the trades that you guys have been making, you've been able to make a little bit of money to kind of offset the losses that we're seeing on AMC and a little bit of GameStop today, down 3.88. But overall, this is just a broad market move. All right, the SPY's coming down back to that sell level. Let's see what happens. It'll hit it right now. It's below the, I mean, all right, it just hit it. I usually want to, I think yeah, it's flicker and sell, not sell. So let's see. Home market is red. Nothing has changed with AMC. Exactly. Exactly, guys. Finviz also said AMC had a positive beta. I mean, on the 5-year, it does. Roblox is looking pretty nice. I might have to buy that dip again. Yeah. VIX is creeping back up. Yeah. SPY is looking like it wants to move down again. But when you look at the MACD and some of the other indicators, it's not really saying a whole lot. The super trend just hit sell, but it's not like, this isn't like the last time aggressive sell that we saw. I mean, it is looking like it could start to come down again going into the end of the day. But we are going to finish up a little bit soon. Keep up the good work. You're becoming one of my favorites just behind Wrench. Greg, thank you so much, man. You are awesome. Glad I got pushed into your channel. I watched you on TMI, but not your normal channel. Looks like I will need to add you. Keep up the great work. Adam, thanks, man. I appreciate it, guys. Yeah, AMC coming down a little. SPY. Yeah, I might. I don't know. Maybe we'll do it again. Let me see. Is everything still going on the? Yeah, so they're still talking. Authority to impose sanctions. Sanctions on what, Janet? Janet, what are you sanctioning? The president's on. Yeah, this closed captioning is not picking up anything that we need. Thanks, Vix. PPGH is an EV scooter play. Interesting. That's pretty cool. I dare you to keep going down on me, Amy. I mean, don't dare her to do that. She could. Yeah. Loving the stream. Just subscribe. Timothy, thank you, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, we're going to do these every single day. And then we might be able to do one on the weekend. If you guys want to go over all the trades and the strategy and my thought process behind what I'm doing. Don't take what I'm saying, though, as like the best thing to do. I just want to show people what I'm doing because, again, like I said earlier, like I'm still learning along with everybody else. I just think that I've been learning about a lot of this stuff since I was young. So I do have some things that like you guys definitely should know, especially with options. So we could definitely get that going because if we're going to see days like this and you see moves in the SPY, I want everybody to be able to, for themselves, be able to see that opportunity and take advantage of it, which you guys kind of saw me do on stream today. Not financial advice. All you got to say, nah, I don't play. See, I don't want to play with fire that way. I don't think I said any. Okay, so I'll tell you guys what I bought today. When Apple was around that 162, I think was where it was, 162.40. I bought one of the 165s for this week. It went up to 164 something, I think. And I was like, oh, great. But then the overall market started to sell off back here. And that's where I ditched the Apple, I believe. It was either right here or right here. I think it might have been this one because this was the inflation comment. So ditch that one for 50, 60% gain. That was pretty good. We had some SPY calls around here, I believe, that did all right. We cut those for a little bit of a gain, lost a little bit on SPY right here, but then crushed it on SPY puts going to the downside. So those were the trades that I made today. What's up with school? Did you drop it for the stock market? I have class today at 2 till I have lots of class today that I'm actually going to go to. Here's the funny thing. The one time that I decided to go to one of these classes, managerial accounting yesterday, I spent more time walking to class than actually in class. I was like, why did I go to this? Let's see. Best live stream around. Richard, thank you, man. Looking for a bounce off the 5-minute. Yeah. Let's see. All right. Good morning, Sir Vix. Rands, what's up, man? Shib is live on Kraken. Ho. Little bit more buying volume there, huh? All right, SPY trying to make a little bit of a move. Still not doing good today, but, Managerial accounting sucks. Yeah. Yeah, man. Not having fun in that class. Is it manipulation if we coordinate our buying on AMC? Absolutely 1000% yes. Please do not do that. Just checking log, gotta finish no matter what or how. Oh, yeah, definitely. I would 100% finish. Let's see. SCB, someone playing the spy, which I have not been successfully doing. So wait until 15 minutes market open to get in or jump in before the close of the day to get a jump on the pre-market. Texter one. Okay. So the thing is that when SPY opens, it's going to whip around a little bit. Like almost every day, it's going to start whipping around. So I will wait until it starts to pick a direction. And then all of the little indicators that I have set up now tell me that it could be a good idea to go in one direction. And then I'll also use like my own intuition and like how I've seen the SPY move in the past. Like it is going to come down to your discretion on whether or not you're going to get into a trade or not. But once I'm in it now, I'm just watching those little indicators that I have. The other thing that you mentioned was getting in before the market closed the day before. The reason why I would do that, and I'm going to look at it today if the contracts aren't so expensive, is because you're playing volatility going into the next day. So what you would do is you could do a strangle. So you would buy puts and calls pretty much equidistant from whatever the stock is currently, or the ETF is currently trading at. And if you see a big move at the market open the next day, as long as one of those contracts goes up 100%, you break even on your money. So you just got to kind of feel it out about what's going on. Like, yeah, the technicals are going to tell you where it's going to, like, have an idea of what the trend's going to be, but you also kind of have to feel it out. Like, that's kind of what I was looking at here. This one, I didn't take the SPY trade when it went down to the sell level. Should I have? I don't know. We're going to see, but there's nothing really crazy here happening. It's just this slow bleed down. Jabba, thank you so much for the super. Can you give your opinion on GOEV? Yeah, a lot of people have been asking about that one recently. I think Geo likes that one. Ooh, down very significantly today. 10%. Let's check this out. It is around the highs right now. It is looking like it's finding a little bit of support on the 50 MA. So it is still on this uptrend. So it could be a good dip buy opportunity, especially with the way that EVs have been going. I don't know too much about the actual company, though. That's just how I'm looking at what the chart is doing. The SEC is blind, right? No, they're just like in quicksand because they have to be. Yo, SCV, what's up? What's up, Y-Song? How you doing? Also, guys, I think that's going to wrap up the live stream for today. I'm pretty sure TMI is live right now. So if you guys want to go over there and then just drop bowls in the chat when you guys leave here, that would be awesome. Go show TMI some love. So thank you guys for an awesome stream this morning. We're going to be back tomorrow at 8:45 a.m., bright and early, looking for some trades, seeing what's going on with AMC. I mean, pretty successful trading day so far. I'm going to continue to trade. We'll have a video out most likely at 4:15 today, but I do have class at 2. So we'll see. I might do one we'll see. Probably going to do one coming out at 4:15, but thank you guys so much. If you guys don't mind just dropping some likes on the way out, it just helps with the engagement going forward and helps you get recommended this stream. If you liked it, then you can get recommended it again. But that was a tongue twister. Recommended it again. And then you can come back in here, hang out the next day. So thank you guys so much. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Nepal, I start at 8:45. But yeah, make sure you guys go hop into TMI's channel. I'm going to head over there quick right now too.